go! Let's go! Rhode Island,
Georgia,
Arizona's in the house. Whoa! Let's duel.
mashed potatoes, pop over.
Take your turn. Whoa!
I'm coming for you.
Excellent! Come on! Woo! Who will rise? Who will fall? On the Battle of the States.
Who will rise? Who will
Woo!
fall? That gets you in the mood, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to the latest episode. I don't even know what episode we're calling this technically once we download these to Spotify. So we will just call the episode 3 episode of More from the Floor. Tim
Woohoo!
from Sportscasters, Molly from Paleontology, Zach, Mr. New England. How are y'all?
Oh yeah.
Doing
Great.
great.
Still
doing
in New
great.
England.
There you go.
Still.
How is it in
wish
New
I was a
England at this
paleontologist.
moment? Is it
What was that?
is it dank and overcast in New England at this moment, or
It's clear and cold.
okay? Yep, that's
Yep.
how I
I
remember
wish
it.
it was cold.
You wish
want
it was cold?
Zach can
Like,
give
it's
you
so-
cold.
Like here, like in Kentucky, like in Western Kentucky where I'm at right now, it's like that. It's trying to be fall, but like summer's not really letting it happen.
Yeah,
And like you go outside in a sweater in the morning, and then you're sweating by noon, and then so I'm ready for it to be just chilly. Like fall's my favorite.
oh yeah,
Leggings, sweatshirts, like fall is my absolute favorite.
I miss
I'm
fall.
This
feeling
is
that
what I
That's
right
the
now.
no.
that's the only thing I miss. The only thing I miss about New England. I don't miss winter. I really miss fall. I'm up there in the summer, but I really miss fall.
Our
But
church
it's
is
so
full of fall
short.
junkies. And this is what this is what I say to people. Fall is a commercial for winter. That's all it is. You get 2
It's
weeks
true.
maybe.
Yeah.
2 weeks
Yep.
maybe of good weather, and maybe you'll get leaves, but not this year. They're all crinkling and falling before they even turn colors.
Yep.
And
Aw.
then what do you get? You just get early winter. And that's what we have. So Molly, I will trade places with you no matter what. I would rather have it be hot all winter long.
That's great. Yeah, we have a fall, and like where I'm at in Kentucky, like we get a winter and we get snow, but ours doesn't happen until like February.
That's
Like
nuts.
we don't like all of our snow days and stuff for school, like with the schools around here, it doesn't happen until like February, sometimes even March. So it's
So you
still
don't get
pretty
your 6 months of
fallish.
winter.
No, we don't.
Well, I
It's
mean,
Oh,
weird.
our winter,
But I will
our
say, like, sorry, like living in Kentucky, like we do get to experience all 4 seasons, which
that's
not
nice.
really ever leaving Kentucky a whole lot. I never realized that until like I went to college, and they're like, "Well, we never have like a true winter." I'm like, "Well, I guess it is kind of cool where we live." I never thought about that. We actually get to experience like a true all 4 seasons. Might be weird or random times, but we do get to experience all four true
Yeah, I
seasons.
mean,
that's
our in South Carolina, it's there's no fall. I mean, excuse me, there's no winter. The fall is typically here by now. We're typically into the 70s by now. We're not even there. Like today was probably the first day, and it's only because we're kind of getting the remnants of the hurricane. But like that's like the first time we're actually getting into the 70s, and it's normally happening by early September, and now it's like mid October. So
Hey
thank you,
guys, my
climate
name's
change.
Tim, and fall
Yeah.
is the 70 degrees for me. I,
You want to
that's
talk about winter
nice.
for me? Like winter is winter down here is like 50 I mean, I can drive to winter. I can drive to winter in North Carolina. Like I can drive to Nashville and have a nice winter day, and then come back home to play golf. But
Cool,
That's crazy.
cool.
sorry, I'm sorry
That's
to be mean
nice.
about that, Zach. Sorry. I
It's okay. We
trust
choose
me.
this.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly, exactly. And I chose to leave it. To only come. I like to visit. I wouldn't want to live there at the moment. Maybe another era, not this one. Um, so
You're not in your New England era.
I'm not in my full time New England era. Yeah, I'm missing New England on a daily basis, but not to live there for sure. So, all right, we're in episode 3. We got a full day of filming under our belts.
And we've all
How are we
survived
feeling?
through.
How are you guys feeling?
All
This
three
point?
of us have
We're
survived so
exhausted.
far.
We're excited. We kind of got the
Yeah.
lay of the land in terms of how to film this. Like how are you
yeah.
guys feeling coming into this episode?
I'm in a different position than you guys. I played episode 2, and so I've won a duel, and now I'm kind of sitting back, hiding out, waiting out, however you want to call it, back in my little corner. So, I can't be randomized. Anybody that watches this that is kind of new to the show. Once you're randomized and you go back to the floor, you can't be randomized again. So I'm like, I have a level of like anxiety and pressure that's off. Like the next time I play, someone has to play me in my category. I still have my category still, unless someone decides to switch me. But that isn't the case yet. So me going into episode 3, I'm in a little bit of a different position than you guys. I'm kind of, I don't want to say sitting pretty because anything can happen, but I'm not on high alert like you guys are. So
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see
Yeah.
what y'all's feelings are. Like you said, day of filming already under our belt. Coming into day 2 of filming episode 3. Where are y'all at?
I'm coming into day 2 with my first goal coming to Ireland completed, which was just survive past the first day.
Yep.
And I did nothing to survive. I just did. But I'm not sitting pretty. I'm convinced that day 2 I'm getting randomized. But I was ready to be randomized. I was ready to play. And I was ready to go. I was nervous, like super
Yeah.
nervous, because as I've said on here before, I was there for the vibes and to make friends. I was not there I wanted to win money, obviously, but I was just so nervous that I was going to get up there and choke, or I was so nervous that I was going to get up there and faint. And so I was ready and nervous at the same time.
I wanted to get a lay of the land the first day. I wanted to get a sense of the production. I wanted to get a sense of just the technology and how the whole thing played. So I was happy to survive not having played day 1. Now coming into day 2, coming into episode 3, I am now anxious to play. Like I am just like I came to play, and so like I came to be aggressive. I came to play. Looking around me in so many of these pop culture categories. I'm like so excited. Like I'm like ready to go. And so the nerves for me were just like more of like anxious to play more than anything.
Yeah.
And that anxiety just kept getting amped up all throughout episode 3 for me. It's like and I think the other thing, Zach, with us, so much was happening around us that it's like, okay, the randomizer landed on me a few times, and there's all this action going on around me, and I got a chance to be picked a couple times, and so it's like, all right, so I've gotten kind of this little burst of being ready for it. Now let's do it. Let's play. So.
Yeah.
We were not the first ones that got a chance out of episode 3. That honor was given to our friend
Uncle Sam.
Whoops. Hold on 1 second.
Not that one.
Okay.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Not that
Frank
one.
Sinatra.
Watch this for a second, and then we'll go
Eiffel Tower.
Throwback there. So long ago. Sorry.
That was given to Doug.
There you go.
Mr. Dom.
What's your name?
Dom from Rhode Island, baby.
Rhode Island.
He's ready.
Let's go.
So let's look at your possibilities. Combat films, home organization, and ship brands.
I'm pinned up against the wall here.
You are.
I don't have 4 choices. I only have 3.
But they're good. I like them.
Good. Well, unfortunately, you're not playing them. I have to play them. And these are 3 top-notch floor competitors. Let's talk about them.
All right, let's do it.
We have Nikki in home organization.
By the way, are you auditioning to host the floor?
I mean, Rob, if you need a backup, sign me up, brother.
You would be very good. He'd be good.
So Yeah, he was good. I just the thing I love the most is when the folks just came up and when the camera was on them, they owned the moment. And
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
our man
100%.
Dom just was the early poster boy, and Aaron, of course, as we'll talk about in this episode. But Dom just absolutely killed it.
He had
Yep.
his moment and he took it. And anybody that's seen the episode, what I hate, because we're filming constantly, so there's all kinds of stuff and bits that don't get put into the episode, of course, because of editing and time. But what they missed an opportunity on putting in was, I don't know if you guys remember, if you saw it, but so like whenever it's time for them to walk up to the podium, Dom is walking across and he's staring at the camera like that's on the ground, that's on the little track. He's staring at it the entire time that he's walking across the floor. And I was like, dude, like he really did. He had his own monologue and he's taken every
He
second of
had
this.
it. He
But they
had.
didn't put any
He
of
knew
that
where the
in there. I was
cameras were. He was
so
ready for
upset.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
I-
so upset they didn't use that. That was so awesome
Or
for
his
him.
full monologue, because that
Oh,
lasted much longer than it did on TV.
Yes.
that was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so he owned the monologue part of it. At that point, he's randomized. He chooses Christine chooses to play Chip Brands. Christina, excuse me. He chooses
It's
to
okay.
play Chip Brands. Let's take a look at that.
Lay's.
Fritos.
Doritos.
Pringles.
This is where I knew it was going sideways.
Mhm.
You're gonna miss
Yeah.
Ruffles. I'm not feeling good about your chances.
Yeah.
How behind the scenes do we want to get here? Because we have some insider info
Sure.
about this as well. Because initially Dom said waffles, and they counted it. Do you guys remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. I
Yep.
forgot all about it until Bailey, dentist office, was texting. She was like, "Wait, didn't he say waffles?" And I was like,
Yep.
"Oh my goodness, you're right."
Yep. And then they had
counted
to kind of recut it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
And
know. I don't know
that.
if I'll leave this in this episode. I gotta do my research on the NDA here.
Oh yeah. Sorry. But I feel like that may have thrown things off for both him and Christina, because
Yeah,
I was
no
telling my
doubt.
sister about that, because we were watching this together, and she said, "Well, wouldn't it kind of give you a little bit of relief to have a break in the middle of the duel?" I said, "Absolutely not.
Oh
You are
no.
up there and you're ready to go. Like, you do not want to stop."
And you're the adrenaline's flowing, and now all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden you've got to stop. And I guess you could use that moment to recompose yourself, but you got to stop all that momentum. Like that's not easy. That's not
Yeah.
easy to get recomposed.
Right.
So, where did we lose Molly to? She
Uh.
she hanging out with the sun. She got to get things.
Yeah. It's fine.
There she is. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Hashtag mom props.
Yep, we're trying to.
He fell off of his scooter. Sorry.
Is
Poor
he good?
guy.
He fell.
All right.
He's fine.
All right. So, yeah, we were just talking about the behind the scenes stuff and the waffles and the trying to recompose yourself now. So now they've got to recompose himself. He's missed this.
That would be pass.
Yeah.
Christina's so locked in.
Yep.
Pass.
That was such a cute moment.
And again, like this is more of a function of just me having a 16-year-old son and him loving Takis. Like I've never eaten a Taki in my life, but I've seen Takis all over the place. So it was just kind of
They're so good.
Okay. Excuse me. Before he had brought them into our travel basketball team, like we had this one kid that would just literally play a game and then eat a party size of Takis between games.
You're gonna have an
Yeah, what
Gives
do
me
you
accident.
say to
heartburn
that,
just thinking
right?
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never even
all the
eaten them, and it's good for
repercussions
me.
that can come from that, the gastrointestinal, you're gonna like have to take a
You are
timeout
gonna
to.
have some
Yeah.
gastrointestinal
Oh my
distress
gosh.
from that.
It was shout
Oh.
out to CT, man. His name is CT, and that dude just knew how to eat the Takis and just knew how to digest them because I can't. I've had 3 Takis in my life now, and and it was before the surgery, and I certainly know enough now, not like after. Like I will never have a Taki anyway. All right, so
No thanks.
Boots, hers.
boots,
Couldn't
Utz,
get-
man.
Got
Got it,
boots,
though.
but couldn't get
Old Bell.
Takis.
Mission.
Nice pull on Mission, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him enough in the stores, but I don't know if I would have pulled that right away.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have seen that without it in that name.
This is where you write
Some
the
chips.
RIP.
That would be corn chips. That would be pass. Chips. Garden of Eden.
So he had his moment, and
He
you
did.
know, we wanted to have Dom on, and you know, we had him scheduled, and unfortunately, just because of the tech issues in our first attempt to do it, Dom is actually at a Magic convention. As
No,
we're taping this.
competition. Competition.
Competition.
What did I say? Convention? Oh, competition.
Convention.
Yes, my bad. My bad.
Competition. Yes, competition.
Although, yeah, I guess they're not the same. I was thinking maybe that's all the same. But you could have a competition at a convention.
There you
Maybe.
go.
Okay. Anyway, so
No.
so now Christina decides she's going back to the floor.
She's going back.
Like you said, you know, at that point in the game, why not?
It's so early. It's so
Yep.
early in the game. You're not next to the. I mean, you guys were closer on that side, so like she could have won a couple and kind of made her way over there if she wanted to, but also kind of like not close enough to, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no reason to play.
No, not
And
yet.
you're on the edge.
Yeah. You're on the
So
outside.
now we're activating the randomizer again, and it hits dash.
Dash.
I love that.
This duel
Another-
was fun.
Another New Englander. Yeah, this and thankfully we have the rights to show this.
Cool.
He challenges Brad from New Mexico, my table mate. Really
Brad.
good guy. Not
Yes,
that Dash
sir.
isn't Dash. This was a duel of really nice guy. Not that any duel
Yeah.
isn't, but like
It's-
these guys especially stood out on the floor
It was
for me.
Justin and Luke all over again. Like
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
super great
seriously.
guys.
Great
that, like,
point.
you
Great
didn't want to
point.
see either one of them to go home. Like this is just an unfortunate duel.
So
Can
then
we
they had
randomize, please?
Yeah, right. Seriously, can we get one mulligan? That should be a new rule. Like we get one mulligan on the randomizer.
Yep.
All right. So now they're headed to the podium, and we get commodities.
Oil.
Cotton.
Lumber.
Electricity.
This is a good duel.
It's crazy.
Tin, aluminum.
Milk.
Rice.
Wool.
Beer. Alcohol.
Potatoes.
They're both so locked in.
Silver.
Peanuts.
Soy.
Oh, were you getting that?
No,
Would you have gotten that as
No.
soybeans?
no, I wouldn't
Nope.
have gotten sweet. No.
I mean, good on him. He clearly studied it. So he
Yeah.
made the right choice in terms of the category that he picked. But I was just that was the first one where I was like, you know, the rest of them were fairly. I could have got that.
How do you study commodities? Like it'd be so many things. Like
It's
that,
all
like,
So
over
many
the place.
things.
That's the thing. And so Brad and I talked a lot about Brad talked a lot with the table about that, just in terms of what commodities are, in terms of like
Yeah.
the wide swath that could be commodities, because everybody thinks of commodities as stocks. No, like commodities
Yeah.
are like real life things like we use in our trades every day and in eating, and they trade commodities and this was crazy. It was crazy how
So
I
I
wouldn't have gotten
like you
didn't.
soy.
both said, so locked in.
So I talked to Brad a couple of times, like on our bus rides and stuff. We've talked several people about like if it was a category they wanted or not. Like, was this given to Brad or was this something that he brought to
This
them?
was given to this was not what he
I was
brought
gonna
to the
say
game.
that's kind of random. Like, hey,
Yeah.
my
But he
name's
was
Molly.
ready.
I want
Commodities.
commodities.
As we see, he was ready.
Gas. Ethanol.
Would never have said it.
Cocoa.
Tobacco.
Tea.
We have a lot of that in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Orange juice.
Tobacco barns.
Bananas.
Rubber.
I would not have gotten rubber.
Nope.
Butter.
I would have said licorice.
Coal.
That's what it looked like.
Pigs.
Sunflower seeds.
Wheat. Oats.
Sugar.
Copper.
Eggs.
Coffee.
Propane.
Pass.
Nope.
Guys, that 19
unfortunate
seconds to
uranium.
13 seconds. This is the first pass of the duel.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's insane. I was so blown away by these two. Like this was the first duel where I was just like, wow. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew like everybody came to play, right? But like this was the first duel where I was like, wow. Like 99 other people like are just absolutely here to crush it.
Yeah.
Or what are we at? 84 at this point? So 84 other people are here to crush it.
Cheese.
Such a weird picture for cheese.
Cranberries.
I know.
Oil. Grapeseed oil. Pass.
Palm
Wouldn't have
oil.
gotten it.
Like, I mean,
Nope.
yeah.
How
Corn.
does it cram? It's fun.
Pass.
What is that? What is that sugar beet? What's a sugar beet?
Fun fact: my 10-year-old got that one.
Did he really?
He did. We were watching it yesterday,
Hey,
and he's like, "Sugar beet." I'm like, "What?"
tell Dash that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, rub that in with Dash.
Oh, I sure will.
Barley. Wheat.
That's a good duel right there. That
was so good.
yeah. I mean, the producers told us every day that we were making good television, right? And like this is where you start to realize, I think, for me, like, okay, maybe we are, like this is just working out so much in their favor in terms of good television.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then Brad from there. Connecticut's dead. First of all, Brad inherits
dead.
Connecticut. Long live
Who was
Connecticut.
the other Connecticut?
Oh boy.
Was it?
Pull out
What
the
was
sheet.
Dom? No, what's Dom? Oh,
Dom was Rhode Island.
Dom's Rhode Island.
Who's what are you talking about?
Yeah. Why am I blanking on the other Connecticut?
Crap, I don't have like my big one.
Hold on.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, that's.
I don't have my big one is in the other room. Oh no, wait, no. Oh, whoa. I'm just kidding. I have it pulled up right here on my computer.
Not Justin. Not Johnny.
No,
Kwame?
he was Utah.
No, not Quam.
Was it Kwame?
Quam's Arizona.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Brittany, dollar store.
Oh. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So Connecticut's
I wouldn't have
dead.
gotten that had I not looked at that.
Brad inherits hip hop stars, goes back to the floor. At this point, the edit comes in where our friend Aaron is quoted as saying, "I'm disappointed when players go back. and don't play.
Yep.
They have the opportunity to play and they won't play. Which, okay,
Yes.
side note, every other person I've watched all 3 episodes more than once, which I'm sure most of us have.
Mm-hmm.
Every other person, I look at Rob's face, every other person, Rick, Brad at this point, Christina, every person that has won one duel and chooses to go back to the floor, Rob supports their decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is like, oh yeah, great. But if you look at whenever I did it at the end of episode 2, he's so disappointed. So I'm like, I don't know if he was fed like, hey, she's gonna play, like she's a competitor, like get ready. I don't know. But when I choose, it's like, okay. It's my
Yeah.
choice, man. And I
Let
wasn't
me
I
do
doing
my
think
it
I
thing.
think he just
strategy.
I think he expected out of the gate that these new options were going to really spark people playing
Yeah.
a lot very quickly. And I think you got to feel it. You got to feel out the game. Like you can't be
Yeah.
you can't be wanting to go on a run. Everybody's got their own strategy.
No.
Like some people
Well, and
want to
I
go for
wasn't
that
gonna
run and
say And I wasn't gonna say from stage, "Hey guys, I just want to hide." Like no, because then people are still like gonna come for you. Like, are you not confident in your cat? Like, I wasn't trying to say my strategy from the in front of everybody. So sorry. That has rubbed me the wrong way. So starting
but
now,
is it
'cause
even
everybody else
hiding?
gets supported going back.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'll co-sign that. It's a fair point. No, I mean, were you hiding though, or were you just playing smart? Were you just saying, "Come to me now. I don't have to come
Playing
to you."
smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a category that a lot of people didn't want to play, and
Yeah.
I'm in a corner. I'm so like I'm not.
You're
There's no
playing
reason for me to
the
keep
cards that
playing.
were given to you masterfully.
Yeah.
And
Like had
and
I
that's not just
been,
because you're a co-host. I
had I
was
been
yeah.
like take my position and flop it and put me like where Mark 8 with Country Music Awards is, like in that corner. I'm
Mm-hmm.
close to it. Okay, maybe, but I'm in La La Land up there. Literally, we're all up there in La La Land, have no idea what's going on because all of y'all are getting the action over here in the front. In the front, we're just back there vibing.
Haven't
And
gotten
it
that
wasn't
much
worth
action
it.
since before I was married.
Ouch.
Good.
Sorry, but anyways, and enough about me. Keep going.
Left Zach speechless. I love it.
That's fine, Tim.
Thanks for
Okay,
sharing.
so Brad goes
Listen, you
back,
can't
and
spell
then
Tim without TMI.
That's true.
that is so
That's true.
true.
So
And you can't
so
spell
now at this
Molly
point,
without LOL.
there you go.
Woohoo.
Nice. Bo is randomized at this point. Bo
Bye-bye.
Bo Bice of the Bo Bice fame of American Idol.
Love
Bo
him.
Bice is randomized, and Bo decides to pick Kiera with mammals,
Mammals.
Mammals.
and we
That's
do.
probably what I would have done too, but
Yeah, absolutely, and we do have that duel.
Elephant.
I love him so much.
Cow.
And I love Kira too.
Horse.
Capybara.
So impressed she got that.
Would not have gotten that.
No,
Koala bear.
Giraffe.
Sheep.
Orangutan.
Rhino.
Yak.
so impressed on Yak.
Lion.
Really? I got that one.
You had Yak
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, me too.
for real.
Hey,
I had all
Okay.
of them so far. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Elementary teacher here. When you're teaching kindergarten, you get to the letter Y. Very
Y,
few things
uh,
start with the
yes.
letter Y. So
Yo
Not
yo.
a whole lot of things
Yeah.
start with. Okay, fair enough. Good point. And a good Scrabble play too, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Deer.
Mongoose.
Meerkat Manor,
pass.
man. Meerkat Manor.
Meerkat. Shouldn't know that one. Goat.
Zebra.
Pig.
Camel.
Squirrel.
Porcupine.
Raccoon.
Gorilla.
Donkey.
Dog.
Panda bear.
Wolf.
Cheetah.
Kangaroo.
Tiger.
Cat.
Otter.
He said it
Yeah. He said it for meerkat.
Yeah.
I know. Like, you said mongoose.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing about that duel, though. If Bo had gotten every single one correct, he still would have lost because Kira was so quick.
He was
You're right.
fast.
He was drawing out his
You're
words,
right.
but she was just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
It's true.
I agree.
It's true. So now Kara, she's got she inherits stock car racing, which in the edit admits, not really a fan. So she's gonna play, obviously, and
Mm-hmm.
it makes perfect sense for being an influencer that she would go for our buddy Sam, who we are now bringing onto more from the floor.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes, I am wearing my shirt.
Back on more from the floor. We are thrilled to have with us Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Thrilled
Maybe
to
we
be
can
here
get a
with you
viral
three.
moment out of this.
Yeah,
Yes,
maybe.
we'll make another viral moment for you.
Maybe. Yeah.
How are you?
Happy to be here. You know, all things considered, I'm good. I'm good. You know, I've gotten a lot of people have been super supportive and were following me along, and you know, I'm encouraging them. Obviously, I'm going to keep watching. I'm encouraging my friends to keep watching. A few have already told me they were only watching for me, and they won't. But I think most people are going to keep watching.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with what drew you to the show? What brought you to apply?
Yeah. You know, like I told Rob when I was up there, I'm not going to say I'm a trivia expert at everything, but there are certain types of trivia and areas that just like live rent free in my brain. You know, music, celebrities, not so much sports unless the athlete happens to be very famous or married to or dating a celebrity or something. But there's a few. Music's a big one. I had applied a couple of years back during the pandemic. I had applied for Name That Tune. I'm sure you guys, you know, the Jane Krakowski,
Yeah.
Randy Jackson version, which another Fox show, and I made it pretty far. I didn't, you know, I went through a super similar to our application process. You know, lots of interviews, the super invasive background check. I've never seen. I mean, I've seen them
we
a
were
few
talking
times
about
now.
that with
but,
Ty.
God, they are, like short of being fingerprinted, like everything, like it was crazy. But yeah, I went through all that. I had like a mock game with like three other people, and I don't know. I was gonna have one more call with. They were working with some people in Scotland. I mean, that was going to be filmed in Ireland, but they were working with some people in Scotland as well. And I was set up for one more Zoom interview, which I thought, oh, well, he's going to offer me a spot because what else is there to do? Like, I've talked to everyone. I've done the game. I did but it was like yet another, oh, tell me about you. And I don't know. I think my frustration was kind of showing, but either way, who knows? I didn't make it, but I felt like, you know what, I made it pretty far, and I had just seen the ad on Instagram, and so I'd applied for a couple other things. Same kind of thing. I saw this post on Instagram. I emailed or messaged the recruiter, casting person, Katie something or other, and just went from there. Kind of kept going. I mean, I think with lots of other people, it was I'm pretty sure it was November or December of 2024. And then finally, this is a funny story, but when I found out it was March, I think it was the 21st, I was literally, that was my kids' spring break week. spring break week, my younger daughter plays clarinet for the high school band. We were doing a 4-day trip to Disney, and anyway, it was on the bus on the way from Disney, and we were headed to Universal Studios for the last day of the trip and heading home. And there's another email from God knows who it was. We all got things from so many different people, whether it was Isabella Cherry or whoever it was, but another email, and it was like, congratulations. So it was like on the bus during her spring break trip. So it was pretty cool. So
that's
awesome.
really cool.
like I said,
That's fun.
yeah. And
Good
so,
shout
as you
out to
guys know,
Katie,
but
though.
literally- What's that?
Good shout out to Katie, though, because
Yeah,
was
that
so
your
many of those
initial
people
person
early
too?
in the process. I just cannot say enough good things about.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, everyone was great and super helpful and answering questions. Jen Colbert and Nora and whoever else.
The gens, all the
It
gens.
just,
The gens.
yeah, it was a heck of a process, though. I'll just say that. You guys know that.
Yes.
So, episode 2 comes, and
I was on 2, 3.
I know,
Mine was 3.
but I'm leading up to it.
Gotcha.
In terms of, so we survive episode 1, we survive episode 2. What are you thinking at that point, Sam, in terms of just what's going on around you and how the strategy's playing out and how it's all playing out, like, versus what you thought coming into playing?
Yeah, it was just kind of even that early on, just interesting to see how things changed when a group of people were eliminated and when categories started going away and when there was more and more likelihood of the randomizer landing on or next to you. I was not in the very center, but I was not on an edge either, so I had good chances of it falling near me. So it was starting to get real. Obviously, I felt good about. I remember the formal wear Frank. I met him in another group. Ty, Jason, Jasmine, some other folks that kind of all ended up. I think we were all pretty much somewhere from the Pacific Northwest, more or less Rockies. Ended up at the Dublin airport at the same time, and I remember Frank saying, "Just be on the bus, and I was like, okay. After day one, after Saturday, I'm on the bus back to the studio, and so I don't know. I hadn't, and we'll probably talk more about strategy. I honestly didn't have, I don't know if it was time or energy to really develop much of a strategy. I mean, certainly my category and trying to study what else I could, but I've heard people talk about kind of, alliance, whether they were formal or just unspoken alliances or, categories they felt really good about, categories they felt really bad about. I hadn't had a lot of time or energy to really think about that. I mean, but yeah, after it was good to make it through one full day of filming, and but yeah, it was definitely becoming more real. I think it landed near me a couple times in those first few episodes.
What in terms of your studies, like, what was your strategy, and like, were you zoning in on anything in terms of what you were prepping for?
Yeah, I mean, I I had bought a little journal that I was sort of using. I was writing kind of lists of trying to. I didn't have a super detailed plan, and I definitely did not feel like I had time to go through all 100 categories. I guess I was trying to pick some that felt like they were somewhat accessible to me. Which for me wouldn't be things like sportscasters or Hall of Famers or things like that, but things that I felt like either were kind of close to maybe what I knew or were sort of more finite universes like state flowers, state mottos, things like that. That I thought, okay, there's only, as we all know, there's only 50 states, so there can only be 50 state flowers or 50 state mottos, things like that.
Yeah.
So kind of, again, not a super developed or detailed strategy, but just trying to pick some that I felt like I could get comfortable with in that short amount of time.
The nails keep flashing on the screen. Show them off. Let's see them. What's going on there?
Nice.
It's my Tim. You should recognize these. Tim Wood.
That's the dolphins.
It's the life of the showgirl, baby.
Oh.
Oh.
It's the show. It's the
I'm not
showgirl
a
colors,
Swiftie.
more or less.
Oh no.
Not a Swiftie.
Yes, sir. The orange and green.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, yeah. There's been a lot.
Thank
It's
you for
funny.
the
I'm in a
lovely
couple
bouquet.
different. Yeah, yeah. You're as sweet as a peach, baby.
You are soft as a kitten.
Exactly. No, it's funny. I'm in a couple different like Taylor related Facebook groups, and like a couple of them they had to like pause them just because people are like losing their shit about like how they feel about the album and blah blah blah, and like I haven't done it. I have my opinions, but I'm not sharing them in those kinds of groups because we all have opinions. But anyway,
Yeah.
Taylor getting all grown up. Yeah. Taylor writing a song
yeah,
about
she's
me.
in love. She's enjoying her sex life. She's
Yeah.
giving a couple diss tracks. Good for her, you know.
Yeah. No, hey, I
She wrote a song for you, Tim.
Yeah,
Come
exactly. Knock on wood.
on. Exactly. So anyway, that's the nails. The movie was actually pretty good. I saw it last Saturday with a couple friends.
For sure. Very well done.
Anyway.
Not shocking in terms of just the way she goes about her business. She's
for sure.
just
It's
consummate
impressive. Her
professional.
talent.
Oh yeah.
The fact that she wrote this while on like a 2-year world tour is insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So.
can't. And I wish I could. I mean, I said this at trivia the other night. I wish that I wasn't a Swiftie. I wish I could get all these songs out of my head. But like they get in there, and it's like I
They
can't.
do.
Like even just
I
like
know.
I'm
I know.
humming. I'm humming "Life of a Showgirl" all day. I'm humming every track on it. I'm like I don't want to be this person, but I love being a
Does
Swiftie. I love
your
everything.
family either? I'm assuming your boys probably aren't fans. What about your wife?
No, it's just
No?
me, man.
Okay.
It's just me.
It's just me.
I've said this before. I just love anything and anybody that just sparks any creativity. You know, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with her and how she's gone about her rise and how she's gone about managing all of it. And like the last tour was just insane. So it was just no family influences other than wishing I would stop singing Taylor Swift songs.
It wasn't lost on people that know me well that the first image in my viral moments stool, the first that popped up for me was Taylor Swift. So
There you go. Perfect.
That was interesting. Yeah.
All right. So you said on the show, you said in the edit, like you when it came towards you when Kiara played Bo, and then right from there, you're thinking she's coming at me. She's an influencer. She's coming at me.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
You're spot on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could see it like that. It made sense for who she is and sort of her world, and So I was ready for my own subject.
Really quickly, off subject but on. While you're on camera, your shirt popped, man. You had the coolest shirt.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I did.
I loved it. Where did you get that?
Thank you. They're not giving me anything, but it's a brand called Bad Birdie. It's a golf brand.
Nice.
I don't golf. I think maybe I should start at some point. As I've thought about it, but I saw the first one at Nordstrom Rack. That was the first, and I looked it up. I've got a bunch that are similar, like mostly animals or fly. So it's a lot of fun and they're comfortable, and I don't know. I just, we all had to give them the 3 choices. And I thought, they kind of talked about some guidelines for it's good to have something bright that'll show up. And that was, they approved all 3 that I had, but that was sort of the easiest one to find a duplicate of the shirt.
Yeah.
What was
Damn
it
it.
like watching the episode? What was it like watching the episode and see Kara say, you know, nobody's gonna know more viral moments than me?
Uh,
I mean, I don't know. I get honestly like
I mean,
it felt good. It felt good.
it's the strategy that you figured on. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
you figured
yeah,
you figured she'd say
You
as
were
much,
ready.
right? And you were just gonna have to go out and prove her
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. I mean, I gotta say, like, I don't know. You gotta always lately be careful with the age thing. But look, like a few of those images, like I wouldn't probably have known if I was 26, honestly.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this was one at that the fact that I've had more life experience. Fortunately, I don't have a photographic memory. I don't remember everything I see, but like this kind of thing, I do tend to remember, and that just obviously worked to my advantage here. That like, of course, I was alive, and I don't know exactly when the Bjork swan dress was, but like
Yeah.
I remembered it. Anyone who was
Yeah.
I
not
didn't know
a
that.
tiny child. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I
So
mean,
yeah, it felt good. I mean,
that was one of those that could have gone sideways real quick, or could have been a quick pass, or could have been a
absolutely,
Yeah.
moment
absolutely.
where you're like you're racking your brain and you end up spending 20 seconds on it. So
Yeah, and
she gets out
yeah,
of the gate.
rewatching.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, just rewatching. I hadn't remembered because it was close. Like we were.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I know. I don't. I think I passed on at least one. I passed on Doja Cat, and I got.
yeah. We'll get
I
to.
didn't know that.
But
We
it
talked
just
about this
was very
earlier.
close.
She says Oprah Winfrey, and she gets away with it. And I rewound this like rewound this like 6 times to make sure that I'm not like making too much of it. She said Oprah Winfrey,
Wimpy.
and they
That's
gave it
okay.
to her.
That's okay.
Which again, I'm not being mean. I'm just like in terms
No,
of
no.
like the rules interpretations of what they said. They
Yeah.
basically said like you're not going to get away with first names. If you don't
Yeah.
know the first name, say the last name. So
Right.
the fact that she got the point on the first name, basically, I was like, it was like, and of course, Oprah, if anybody you're gonna get a first name
Yeah.
on, you're gonna get it for
I was
Oprah.
Yeah.
gonna say she kind of is like a one name celebrity most
I
of the
know,
time.
but
So I could, if it was
yeah,
Justin
I
Timberlake,
get
you
it. But
just
in
said
terms of being,
Justin.
if we're being
But
sticklers for the rules, like
yeah,
there
yeah,
were
no,
so
yeah,
many
I get it.
moments in the show where it was like we just kind of all shook our heads, like, wait a second, that's not what you told us.
Yeah.
Um,
I
okay,
get
so
it.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
with you.
poor
I
Ricky.
will.
If
Yeah.
he had just said Blunt instead of Emma Blunt, he
Yep.
might have won that duel.
Yep.
Yep.
Or
Exactly.
Ham instead of saying Leah Ham on
Yep.
Halloween.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That too. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And the Raygon moment with Kara was one of those moments where I would have been in the same boat. It would have bothered me so badly, even though your strategy is
Yeah.
immediately I'm going to pass if I don't know it. It would have bothered me so badly that I didn't know
Yeah.
it because it's a sports thing and the Olympics just happen, and I probably
Yeah.
would have single-handedly lost on that one. So the fact that she passed on it as quick as she did, even though it clearly bothered her because that was a viral moment, but
Yep.
I said the
Australian.
same answer she did though. As soon as that popped up, I was like, "Oh, Australian." I said the
yes,
exact
Oh.
same
yeah,
thing she said.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then it gets to the old fart clue that you miss. That me being a fellow old fart with and Rob Lowe being an old fart, quite honestly, was kind of like looking at the camera like, oh wow, he missed out. Warren Beatty, you
Yeah.
missed Warren
Yeah.
Beatty.
I did. I just hadn't seen Warren Beatty in anything for so long. For whatever reason, it looked like, Martin Short I have seen because of Only
That
Murders
was
in
a
the
good guess
Building.
on Martin
Yeah.
I
Short for
realized
It
sure.
was it
Yeah, it
was a
was.
very good guess.
That was a very good
if I
guess.
saw them side by side, I probably wouldn't think they look alike. But
Yeah.
From that
Um,
In
angle,
But
that
up on the
moment.
stage,
yeah, up on the stage, and also honestly, from the angle that photo was
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
I'm not just trying to like blow smoke up your butt. It really did look like
Yeah.
Martin
did.
Short there.
I can
It
see
did.
why you said
Yeah.
it for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so then
But
you get Doja Cat.
Ugh, I wouldn't have gotten that one.
I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
You know,
Who
the
that
thing is, I
was, not
do
what,
know
who.
Doja Cat. For whatever reason, you guys probably know who. I know this will sound mean, but whatever. You guys know who Donatella Versace is, probably blonde.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
She's had I don't know if she's passed away or not. I'm not remembering, but she's had a lot of work done on her face, and for
Yeah,
whatever
oh yeah.
reason, the face I don't know. To me, it looked like. I mean, Doja Cat is a beautiful woman who has not had that kind of work done, but it looked like they did something to her face to make her. And I
Mhm.
know the story is she was going as I can't remember who, some famous fashion designer's famous cat. Um, so that's why her face looked a little different, but it
Okay.
just wasn't coming to me.
So at that point, you're in deep doo doo. Like you're in deep doo doo,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
are you thinking at this point like I'm done for?
I mean, I couldn't remember. I mean, yes, I knew I passed on a couple. You know, I passed quickly, which they say like, yeah,
If you don't know it.
make a guess,
Yeah.
but like, yeah. So I did pass quickly, so I felt okay about that. But yeah, and I'm
She had
trying to
about
remember even
14
just
seconds on you at that point. She had about 14
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
seconds.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and
Yeah.
so and but then Lori Laughlin comes up on the screen
Yep.
and she doesn't know that. So she's got to pass on that. So
Yeah.
now we're down to about a 7 second difference. Now you got to now you're back in it a little bit. The probabilities are creeping back towards you. And then
Yeah.
I'm curious. Would you have known Megan Rapinoe?
I definitely know who she is. Like women's soccer is one of the sports that's big
Big
here
thing in the
in
Pacific
Portland.
Northwest. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, like the Thorns are really big, and I don't know. I might have gotten it. I'm not sure, honestly. I might have. I definitely
So,
know who she is. I'm not sure if it would have come to me in the moment, honestly.
but I guess I would imagine you're a big fan now.
I go to Thorns games when I can. Luke and I went with a couple friends of mine, and Luke and his wife met us, and hopefully we'll be able to. They're fun. I'm not like a huge follower. But I did enjoy it, and we're getting a WNBA team.
Yeah, you are.
Next season, so I'm excited about that too.
That's awesome.
All right, so that's a win for you then. So
Yes.
now you've got car racing.
Right.
Talk to us about the decision, because all of us are looking at Erin and saying that she is standing
Yeah.
on business on the floor there. So like, what
Yeah.
was the decision
Yeah.
process in going at her?
Well, the first part, and I had a couple, my aunt, and we haven't talked. I mean, not like there's no bad blood or anything. We just haven't, talked about it. Just, commented on Facebook, and like,
Yeah.
I knew that me going back to auto racing would, and I'm curious to see how it plays out. Some of those categories that seem like totally inaccessible are not, but
Yeah.
it just seemed like, and I didn't think I could convince people that this guy from Portland wearing a crazy shirt, talking about dating men and women could convince people that he knew anything about car racing. So,
Mhm.
I didn't think me staying and inheriting that category would be a good idea. My only thought was just I know The Simpsons. I've watched The Simpsons for years. I know most of the characters. I guess, I can tell you what my sort of Monday morning quarterback thoughts are now, having been through it. But that's just kind of, I knew that I had to go for it. That just seemed like the right thing to do. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really have really much of a thought beyond that next duel. But I kind of have some different ideas now, of course. But that's just kind of I thought
No,
I
I
can do
wasn't
this. But
criticizing the decision at all. Like if
no, I know.
if that's what you thought you knew best, and you showed it
Mm-hmm.
in the
Mhm.
duel that's what you
Yeah.
knew best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the
You
way
did
to
a great
go.
job.
You did.
I think
Thank
you probably
you.
would have beat most other people. Aaron
Oh,
was
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like
She,
I
yeah,
don't
she
think
was
it would have been hard for anybody to beat Aaron in that category.
She was
she
locked
was
in.
locked in, as the
Yeah.
kids say, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
listen,
she really was.
some of the ones that come up, it's like, like if you gotten this or you gotten that instead of getting Bumblebee Man or getting Cletus, it's
Yeah.
like,
Right,
things
Yeah.
go differently,
right, right.
Those, I mean,
I would
that's
have
like
passed
Honestly,
every
with
one that you
those
passed.
two
yeah,
are deep in the catalog,
with Bumblebee Man, I for whatever reason, just because he presents in Spanish, I kept trying to think, what's the Spanish word for bee? He's not. That was what my thought was on that one. The few Redditor comments, which there've not been many about my duel, and a couple. Oh, I knew all of them. Like, well, okay, whatever. But
Okay,
like,
great.
You
Yeah,
weren't there.
yeah,
congrats for you. Yeah.
but that's what my thought was on that. And comic book guy, for whatever I thought I don't know why it was stupid. I shouldn't say it's stupid, but I thought his name was Stan Lee. I realized that's not his name. I think Stan Lee has guested on the show before, but
Yeah.
just and I stumbled around and got to it eventually.
You
But
did? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, but see, that's the thing. Like, all these people commenting on Reddit and whatnot. It's like, tell me you wouldn't have got tripped up there. Tell me you wouldn't
Yeah.
have, because most
oh,
people would
exactly.
not have gotten their composure back and gotten to comic book guy there.
Yeah.
Because your
Yeah,
mind is so set on Stan Lee, like in that moment for
yeah,
you to pivot and get to comic book guy instead of just saying pass, that probably won you
yeah.
the duel.
I mean, it could have.
That probably gave you the chance to win the duel. Honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like Erin was great. She was so gracious. I think they can even show her. They showed her even encouraging me, which was really sweet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
No, it's
man.
okay.
Hey, listen, this whole thing, I don't know how we're not crying more on these interviews. This whole thing is like
No
really
kidding.
emotional. It really is. It
Yeah,
it is. And
Seriously.
I wear my emotions on my sleeves. So
Oof.
I
Yeah,
honestly I kind
yeah.
of, Sam, that's why I kind of like, I love you, man. Like, cause
Mm.
you and I got a lot of the same traits on that front, and like, you just
I appreciate that.
keep fighting the fight, man.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
And
I appreciate all of you.
yeah,
But yeah, sorry, I know you're trying to keep these short. In hindsight,
Oh,
thinking more like it probably would have made sense for the one that comes to mind. I'm not remembering most of the layout right now. The one that comes to mind, and I'm curious to see how it plays out when it's played. The fictional creatures. Caitlin, I adore Caitlin. Like, I love that woman. And it wasn't even so much that I don't want to challenge her. It was just like, I don't know fictional creatures, but like, neither did she really. So I
right.
probably would have had a better chance.
I think that was a
But
category a lot of people had their eye on at that point.
yep.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not me, but
yeah.
yes, other people.
But that I can't remember. And then where I would have gone from there, I don't know. I know Kelsey was around there, but even briefly thinking about that, like, shit, this woman's a teacher. She's a mother of four. She knows her holidays. Like, I'm not, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. Who knows? Again, I'm curious to see how it plays out and all that. But I really, beyond like knowing that I didn't want to go back to the floor on auto racing and that I felt pretty good about Simpsons, I didn't
Yeah.
really have much of a strategy beyond that at that point.
I said this to Kristy earlier when she talked about going for Sibel, but Kelsey was part of my core four. So if you had gone for her, you would have been my public enemy number one. just so you
I
know.
know, and then seeing the four of you do your which was very cute, and like I was
Mhm.
like, I'm Jewish, but I could have joined them, but whatever. Like,
You could have. We would have let you.
I know you would have, and I love that you're so open, Zach, and I love that
Mm.
about you. God, sorry,
It's cool,
but like,
man.
shit, they're all gonna hate me if I eliminate Caitlin.
This was an episode. This was an episode where the fantasy football league took a beating.
We did. We did.
Yeah.
Van,
Yeah.
Kristy.
Yep.
Who else?
Yeah.
Kyle.
And I think it
Oh,
was just me and
Kyle.
Christy. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah, Kyle got
Who?
out too.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Oh, you're right. Yes, you're
Yep.
right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
then, yeah,
curious. I have
Kyle,
no
but
idea
then, like,
when.
but then Tim, you were lit up quite a few times, and then Nikki was lit up a couple
Yep.
times. Bob had a
Yeah.
like our fantasy
Yeah.
football league got some screen time this week.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
audience doesn't know
Yeah.
that, but we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. I'm curious to see how it plays out for the rest of. I mean, everyone, of course, but you know.
And
But
listen,
our little
for a
fantasy
guy
football
who
group.
says he doesn't know anything about sports, like the Hebrew Hammers, like you're
Dropping the
representing.
You've
hammer.
won a few there.
You're
I've
representing.
won a
You're
few.
doing all. You're doing all
I've won a
right.
few.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Sorry I had to beat you the first week, but
it is what it is.
somebody had to do
No,
it.
It is
he's
what it
Yeah.
not.
is.
He's not. He's not
I'm not
sorry,
I'm
sorry.
Sam.
enjoying.
He's
I'm not
not
sorry.
sorry.
No. No, it's all good. It's fun, honestly. One of my other three, I think. I don't know. I was undefeated until maybe I don't know how this week's going to play out. I'm not slated to win, but we'll see. So
That's why they play the
we'll
games.
see.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I wanted to ask you, Sam. So going on, like,
Yeah.
once you got off the show and you're waiting
Yeah.
for whoever else is coming out that episode, how surprised were you to see Aaron?
I was pretty surprised. Yeah. I mean, she, I was pretty surprised. They just, I knew that, I knew that she, Kyle, and Ty were all taken out by Ashley R, who another person
Yeah.
I never got the chance to talk with, and just looks so sweet and innocent with that bow in her hair, and but
Part of her
just
game.
It's the
like
bow that'll
lately,
get you.
oh my god,
Part
I
of her
know.
strategy.
It worked.
Just
It
bring
worked.
you into the
It
spider
did.
web and
Yep.
Yep.
None
It
of us
just
expected that.
no, it's so. I mean, that whole process was. A couple people have asked me what happened when I left, and I haven't. I mean, I'm allowed to tell at this point, and I understand why they. I understand why they had to do that, but it was just like. It was really intense being like whisked away and isolated from everyone else. And then you see the clothes lined up for the people after you, which is also kind of weird. And then you're stuck there for hours until they finally get you a taxi back. And it was a lot. That was a little, I'm not saying I have suggestions for how to handle it better, but it was intense. It didn't feel good.
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying
going to
I
lie.
don't have suggestions either. I'm just
yeah, exactly. You wouldn't be real if you didn't have suggestions.
I don't know what they are specifically, but it was, that was
it could have
intense.
been
That was
different.
intense.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
I can't say much yet, but I know the feeling.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think all 99, well, I guess the people that were maybe, I don't know, whatever. Most people know the feeling. Obviously, one person took the whole thing. I think the people that maybe made it to the very last episode, maybe it was a little different. Obviously,
Yeah.
the final duel, those two people didn't go through that, but yeah, most
Yep.
of us did sooner or
Yep.
later. So yeah.
No, for sure.
But I think Molly, I saw you either somewhere, either on a social media post or maybe in our chat. Like, no regret. I feel the same way. Like, I would definitely do this or a similar experience again. Like meeting such amazing people and getting outside my comfort zone and like learning. Who knows? I mean, I'll definitely keep my eyes open for other. I don't think I'm. I know I've heard you talk to like Justin about Survivor and other people. I don't think like I'm not. I don't know. I think my future, if there is any on other TV, maybe other trivia shows, I don't really see myself going out for a long term, Survivor, Big Brother. Who knows? Maybe the next Golden Bachelor. Who knows?
Hey, I'm Bachelor Nation. I'll watch.
I'm all for it, man.
there would have to
I
be.
don't
It would
watch
have to
Bachelor, and I
be.
would watch.
There'd have to be. It'd have to be men and women, not just women, to
A
choose from. So
variety,
we'll just put
a variety of people.
Options.
Yeah.
exactly. But no, I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes out for other game show type things because it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm not going to lie. Of course, I wanted to win money. I mean, I think for all of us, it became about more than that and the people and the experience. But of course, who doesn't want to come away with $250,000? Like that's a significant amount of money.
It is.
I mean, certainly even the 20 or 40 would have been great too, you know.
Mhm.
All right, Mr. Sam, I really appreciate you coming on with us, and we
I
look forward
appreciate you all.
to seeing what the roads, what the adventures of Sam are ahead, all the concerts and
Yes.
all the
Yeah.
fun things ahead. We look
We
forward to
live
seeing what's
vicariously through
next.
you sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I have a second date with a very cute younger gentleman tomorrow, so
Nice. Good luck.
Yeah.
it's so weird being in your 50s and having guys as young as in their 20s and 30s like paying attention.
You're a
It's very
cougar, man.
strange.
You're a cougar.
Heck yeah.
It's what is the
Cougars
male equivalent of a
unite.
cougar? I don't know.
All right,
I don't know.
we're getting way off the path here. We got to
Okay,
end it.
I'll stop. We'll leave it here. It's a family show.
Thank you so
All right.
much for
Love
the
you guys.
time, Sam.
Yes.
Thank you
Love
for the
you, Sam.
memories,
Thank
and we
you.
love you so much.
Talk to you guys soon. See ya in the chat.
Yes.
Yes.
Great conversation with Sam. Uh,
Yes.
he valiant fight. I
Hmm.
mean, that's tough.
He did.
Simpsons characters, man. That was they went deep. And I loved, by the way, we
Yeah.
didn't mention it talking to Sam. I loved how like they played the music and everything as they're all
Yes.
coming to the
Yes.
stage.
That was my
I mean,
favorite
you
part
knew
of
they
it.
were
Yeah.
Well,
going
no.
to, or that they'd have the
Yeah.
opportunity to, right? It was
I was gonna say
awesome.
I didn't when we were filming, we didn't hear that, so that was
No,
that was a kind of a
that's a
surprise
post
for all
edit.
of us
That's a nice
getting to
touch.
watch that. That was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
nice touch.
So from Sam, Aaron plays again. Says she came to be aggressive, and she goes right to Kristy and banned books. And so, without further ado, let's bring Kristy into the show. Miss Banned Books herself, and we'll get into that duel.
Got the Alabama game on over here.
All right, we are excited to bring on Miss Banned Books, Miss Librarian,
Kristy!
Kristy!
all that. Kristy, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Very well now that you are on our screens.
Yes.
Zach looking lovely today. Molly always effervescent. And now
I like that word.
we have the amazing Kristy. Kristy, how did you get on the show? Let's start there.
Well, so my husband and I love the show. We've been watching since season 1. I was just like, hey, there's this new show on called The Floor. I want to watch it. And Zach was like, okay, let's watch. Zach, my husband, not
Yeah.
our Zach. So we watched it and we were like, this show is really dumb at first. But then we were like, we just like got into it. Like it was just weird because, you know, I think when you first are introduced to it with just the pictures on the screen, it's just like it's an odd thing. But once you start
Especially if
getting
you
into
played
the
trivia
game,
beforehand, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
like I'm
Yeah,
just like
'cause it
such a
seems
trivia
simple.
nerd. So like the initial introduction of it is just like, oh, it's just visual trivia.
Mhm.
And that's what everybody says to me when they first hear, oh,
Mhm.
it's just visual trivia.
Right.
Picture.
They think it's
Yeah, it's
very
harder
easy,
than it
but
looks, people.
once you understand the like strategy and the speed of it, it's really hooks you, I think. So we really enjoyed it, but I saw an Instagram ad about them casting for season 4 and 5. And so I just answered it. I don't know. It was like after lunch one day and I was going back to work and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I was like, not expecting anything to ever come of it, of course. I got a call the very next day. And I was like, and at first I was like, I don't think I even want to do this, honestly, because I'm just like, I have trouble getting out of my comfort zone a lot of times. But once they said they filmed in Ireland, I was like, wait, I really think I need to I need to take this opportunity, right? Like, it would be different if it was just in LA or something, but in Ireland, I was like, this is going to be a fun thing. And I'd heard, after I got the call, I started like reading the Reddit and like former contestants just talking about how awesome it was and how everybody got to be friends. And I was like, this just seems like a cool experience. I got to try it. I still didn't think I would get picked, but they, for some reason, picked me. I think they just needed somebody from West Virginia, but I'm fine with that.
Hey, I mean, come on now.
Same.
Like you don't undersell yourself. You were bringing a lot to the table there.
Yeah.
I will say
that's how I felt about Kentucky.
I will say
Thank
that
you so much.
I proposed banned books as my category like right off the bat. So them, giving that category to me in the end especially after hearing how everybody else got their categories was maybe that's why they picked me. I don't know.
That's how I
Like
felt with
you and
Dinosaurs.
I,
Like, that was my first name.
I was so thrown off by that because I just thought, okay, we submitted ones that we wanted and then everybody would get the ones they wanted. So like when I got there, I didn't have any strategy in mind in terms of not telling anybody about my category because I just didn't I didn't know that there was this whole thing that people weren't getting the categories they wanted. So like
You didn't
Kristy,
know that
you
they
and
were
I
handing people New England because they live in Maine and that's the only reason? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I was so shocked.
Like Kristy, you and I had like this inherent advantage we probably didn't even really know about right out of the gate.
Yeah, and
I was the same way with
had no
sports category.
qualms about telling people what my category was because I was very confident in my category, which is, spoiler alert, ironic considering how things turned out.
Aw, you did so good.
It was such a good
it was
duel.
a great
Like,
it was a great
it
duel.
was
Yeah.
awesome. You guys did so good with that.
It
And
was
Aaron's
definitely
so smart.
intimidating. You were definitely intimidating only because like you were so put together and you were so confident. And
That's so nice.
so like even in the study room, I'm like, man, this lady's cool. I don't want to duel her, but she's
Yeah.
really cool.
Really
That's funny
cool.
because I was scared.
That
really
was me.
cool.
I was
but,
terrified.
hey, listen,
Terrified.
you were playing fake it till you make it really well. Then, like
Mhm.
you could win that game show too, because like you were like you're like Zach said, your body language, your presence was just like it was nice, but then like game time, it was like, oh whoa, hey, whoa,
Yeah.
pass. You know,
Thank you. That's so nice.
like I'm trying to come up with a strategy of, well, first of all, I think I said in an earlier episode, if I got randomized just like as a side quest, one of my strategies was to get to Bo Bice. So I'm like, the only way through is banned books, and I'm like just not like, she is just no, that's a loss. As and
well, that's so nice. I feel a lot of people said that they were like, oh, I'm not challenging you. So I was like, oh, that's good. But I think like right before I dueled, I think it was Tim actually that told me, oh, Aaron's coming for you, right? And I had suspected that, but I was like, as soon as she went up there, I was like, oh, I'm playing today.
Yeah. Well, and I think now that we see the edit, it's not like a shock. She kind of had that attitude on the floor, and I respected it in terms of like, I'm here to play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, whatever it takes, I'm here to play. I've got an idea of which ones I want to go at and which ones I don't, but I'm here to play. I'm not letting the randomizer gods decide my fate.
Yeah, I felt that way. I didn't feel that way until we started filming episode 3. When we started filming episode 3, that's when I was like, I'm ready. I want to play. And so when she challenged me, I was ready. I didn't feel nervous anymore. I felt like ready to go.
So your strategy coming in was kind of just to feel it out and get a sense of the production, get a sense of the fellow players. Like you said, like if it allowed you to kind of wait a couple episodes.
Yeah, I was terrified to be randomized in the first episode. I will tell you that. I really didn't want that to happen. Especially since the categories around me, I was a little intimidated by. I mean, Simpsons characters was what I was going to go for if I got randomized, because it was something that was easy to study, and I've watched Simpsons a bunch, and I felt like fairly confident that I knew even the less well-known characters. So But Tim scared me. As sportscasters, I know some of them, but I definitely knew he knew more than me. So, but yeah, I just kind of let my strategy develop as we filmed. And that's kind of how I felt about it. I was like, let me just see how this goes. And then I'm going to go with a strategy. By the time Erin challenged me, I wanted her to, and I wanted to win, obviously. And I was going to go to Ty and do Brat Pack.
That's what I was going to ask. Was that your plan?
Yeah, and then I was going to go to Sibel at the Great Outdoors and hopefully win 3 and then ditch car racing, because I know some people wanted it, but I didn't want it.
Oh, man. If you had done that, if you had gone for Sibel, you would have been my #1 enemy. Sibel was my floor bestie. So
I know. She's so sweet. Sibel is the sweetest and adorable, but I just felt like the Great Outdoors. I was like, I live in West Virginia. We've got the Great Outdoors here.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I just couldn't tell with Zach. Like, Zach just says this, right? And it's like, I could not tell with a lot of you, because it's like Zach was friends with so many people, and I'm like, all right, this is a fellow Mainer. I want to, not an alliance per se, but I'm hoping we both go far. But like, I'm like, Zach's friends with everybody, so if anybody I challenge, I'm gonna piss him off.
it was Sibel, Arlene, and Kelsey. If you challenge any of those 3, I would have been. Anybody else, I was like, meh, whatever. But those 3 were the ones that. Yep.
Understandable, but then I was like, I'm not here to make friends. Although I was kind of, because I love you guys, and I am so happy that we all get to talk all the time.
But for real though, did you come? Zach's admitted, for instance, to coming more, not for the party. He was there to win too, but I mean, he was there for the social vibes too. Like, did you come with that in mind, or did that just happen?
I got to be honest. I held absolute no expectations that I was going to win the game. I was like, there's no way. From day one that I knew they picked me, I was like, I'm not going to win. I mean, I wish I had more confidence, but I just didn't. But my goal, I really wanted to win a good chunk of category and try to win one of the episodes,
Yes.
That was kind of like my main goal. I mean, if I'm being honest, obviously winning the game would have been fantastic, and I'm not going to just sabotage myself, but my main goal was just to try to get a good chunk of the floor and, by the end of an episode. So, I mean, that was it.
How much strategy? How much strategy were you conjuring up, like, as every situation played out? Were you just? I mean, it was constant. Were you continually? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was constant wheels turning. Like, okay, this duel is about to happen. If this person wins, what would I do? If this person wins, what would I do? That was constantly going through my head the entire time. And, there's absolutely no reaction shots of me, except when I was disappointed about somebody missing Gumbo. And that's probably why I was just like wheels turning the whole time, So yeah, it's constantly evolving. And that's what's cool about this game, is that you do kind of have to like evolve your strategy as time goes on. It moves fast, and you have to constantly think about what you're going to do.
Absolutely. Tell us about that look for a second, because did that happen when he missed Gumbo? Because I was also screaming in my head at him, like, it's Gumbo, let's go.
Yeah, it's like my favorite food ever. I am obsessed with like food from Louisiana. Is just like, I went to Louisiana for the first time, and I was like, this is
Same.
This is my
jam. This is where I need to be.
The category they told me I was going to have was Cajun cuisine. They told me I was going to be able to have Cajun. Yes, that was what they submitted me for.
No. That would have been such a cool category. I wish you would have had it.
Know. That's what I thought.
I would have been going after you.
Let's take a look at a couple things, and then we can talk a little bit more about the duel and about just the game afterwards. First of all, let's take a look at your interaction with one Rob Lowe.
How are you? What is your name?
My name's Kristy. I'm from the great state of the wild and wonderful West Virginia.
I love West Virginia. So banned books. You're a librarian.
I am.
So that makes perfect sense that you would be an expert in this category, right?
Yes.
Are you worried she's a librarian?
She doesn't have a monopoly on books.
Does she? That's right.
They're free at the
I
library.
like the spiciness.
So now, Erin's reaction there. What are you thinking right there? Like first of all, the fact that
I
she's got
loved
like
it.
the chutzpah to come up with that right there
I
on the
know.
fly.
That
what
was,
are you
yeah,
thinking?
no, that was fantastic. I laughed so hard. I was like, that was perfect. And she's right. She's right. I don't have a monopoly on books, obviously, because I lost. But I said this in my post interview, which they didn't air. But like, I was kind of glad, I don't know. It's like, I'm a librarian. I want people to read. I love that she knew those books, I know she was studying and everything, but it's great that people read and know these books that have been, I mean, not to get too serious here, but they have been challenged. People do constantly try to get books taken off the shelf in the library, and it's cool when people know them. So, I can't be too mad.
Kristy, the thing that and listen, you're right. We don't want to get too serious here, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like, listen, we're in a stage right now where banned books is a real issue, and like, especially, I didn't really want to like give this too much of this away, like when I was there, but like down where I live in South Carolina, it is a huge issue, like to the point where like we've had to like really stand up, take action. Like they had these banned book committees. I like volunteered to be on the banned book, just to try to fight it, because they just went after like 100 different books and like the most basic book, a lot of books on that on the screen there, by the way. It was like, so I mean, I have got to imagine, just as a librarian, that in and of itself is a passionate issue for you.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the battles that we fight as librarians every day for funding, to get people, the resources they need. I mean, we're open to every single person, and some people don't like that. They want us to like ban homeless people or whatever from libraries, and it's like, it's a constant battle. So, again, not to get too serious or political. I don't think libraries are political.
Yeah, they shouldn't be, right?
But it is something, and I liked that they let me have that category. I was a little worried they wouldn't, just because of the sensitive nature of it. But I think it like,
could be controversial.
especially with like the dictionary, Where's Waldo being in there, people are like,
Pop on pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People act like, oh my gosh, that's so silly, and it is silly, because if you give an inch, they'll take a mile with books.
That was the reaction that I got even from my like family members that text me during the episode. It was like, why was that on there? And it actually started a nice conversation in terms of like, listen, the struggle is real. Like even the most innocuous titles you would think, just like, it's
dictionary.
Yeah, it's real.
I know.
Yeah. But it's crazy because any movie can be released in theaters, but then you put something even semi-controversial in a book and people call for it to be banned.
Again, not to get too political, but I went to see one battle after another. And I love DiCaprio and Del Toro, and I thought the trailer in of itself was brilliant because it gave very little away. So I was like, okay, well, normally I read everything about everything. And this time I was like, all right, I'm playing this game. I'm not reading anything. I have no idea what this movie's about going in. And without like talking too much, I will just say like that was a movie instance where I am shocked that it got released in this day and age.
Oh,
really?
Yes.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it either. I know I'm going to go see it though. So.
I cannot recommend it enough. And
Cool. I'm definitely going to go.
And just, as an aside, I just was like, kind of like, all right, I need to do something else instead of watch the floor live this week. So yeah, we went to see one battle after another, Wednesday night, and wow, I cannot and it's like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, but like for a reason. All right.
Cool.
I digress.
I'm gonna go see it.
I promised everybody I wouldn't digress.
It's okay.
In terms, let's play the duel, and then we can talk a little bit about the duel itself.
Okay.
Catcher.
Huckleberry.
Margaret.
Dictionary.
Sings.
Brave.
Bible.
Prisoner.
Animal.
Hate.
Cold.
Wallflower.
Satanic.
Pass.
All right. Let's stop here for a second. Did you know the book at all? Or was it the title just escaping you?
That one? That
Yeah.
was Aaron, right?
No,
That
that
was
was me
Aaron.
passing.
That was you.
That was you.
I passed on that one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I did not know that book. And
Yeah, me
yeah,
neither.
that was me. Sorry.
Their eyes watching God.
I didn't
I'm
know
like,
that. I
yeah.
didn't know that book either, but I could have guessed eyes. I don't know why I didn't. I was like, I had in my mind that if I don't know it, I'm just gonna pass like right away
Yep.
because
Good call. Good call. All right, so we move on from there. Jeremy.
Lover.
Shocked.
2.
Close. Loud. Yeah.
Chef. Cooking. Pass.
That one shocked me. Were you just like that? That feels like a more popular book.
yeah, I was surprised she didn't know that one for sure. I did. I knew that one. I didn't know eyes, but I didn't know that
It's
one.
the only one in your duel I didn't know.
For real?
I'd
For
never
real?
heard of that one. Yeah.
You knew the
Yeah.
rest of them?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
knew
let's
all
keep
of them
going
except
on
for
this
that.
because that's mighty impressive in and of itself.
There's that.
Solomon.
Flowers.
Orange.
Waldo.
Pass.
Equals out a little bit here.
Walter.
All right. At this point, 20 seconds to. Are you seeing the time at all?
Yes, I was, and I was like, I've got this. I felt
Yeah.
so confident at this point.
Yeah. Even and I was shocked. I mean, I love the title, but I didn't even know. I know everything about bodily functions, but I didn't know Walter the
Yeah.
farting dog.
It's my nephew Colin's favorite book.
For real?
Really?
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I knew it, but yeah, I didn't. I was pretty sure I had it at this point.
I full disclosure, I just remember being on the floor at that moment thinking, and please don't hate me for saying this, but I was just like, damn it, she's gonna win. Like,
Hey, I take that as a compliment.
yep, absolutely.
Attic.
Spy.
And Erin even thinks, look, you can see the look on her face. She's like, I'm not.
She's nervous.
Night.
She's almost resigned.
Pass.
Good quick pass.
I knew that one.
What'd you say?
I know that one. I
Did
don't know
you-
why I passed on that one. As soon as
That's
I
a
heard
long
it, I was like,
title
I
to
knew
look
that.
at, though.
Yeah.
That's
All
a
right,
long
can I just
title
say,
to have
like-
to decipher.
Can I just say, like, okay, fine, you knew it. Like, I mean, all the lights, the music, the stress, the like, I mean, this is not simple stuff. Even
The word
this,
just escaped me at the moment, but
Yeah.
and I was like, I had that thing in my mind. I got to pass quick. Otherwise I lose more time, and I don't want to
Yep.
do that. So
I mean,
Right.
you gave yourself a chance. You gave
Mhm.
yourself a chance. Like there were others that took way too long with the passes and just completely did themselves in by that. So
Pop.
Young.
Pass. I don't. James.
that was
What a bummer.
That was tough.
yeah, I did not know that book, An Abundance of Catherines. I'm gonna have to read it because I love John Green. Honestly, I just hadn't read that one and I hadn't heard of it. So, yeah.
What was, now that you've had some time away from it, what's your overall takeaway just in terms of how you performed, the experience? Like, obviously the initial reaction is, this sucks. I wanted to win at least one duel.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Yeah, I was bummed. I'll tell you what, leading up to my episode airing, I was pretty hard on myself about it. I was like, this sucks. It's going to be embarrassing, you know? But once I saw the duel, I felt fine about it. I felt good about it. I felt like I did a good job. You know, it was the luck of the draw. If I had gotten, you know, one different book, I would have won that duel. So I felt fine about it. Erin is a smart girl, and I feel fine about it. Honestly, I love the experience, and it was worth it. Wish I would have won some money, but if not, I love the experience.
What was your reaction seeing Erin after, like, seeing her come pretty soon after you?
Yeah. So, I don't want to like give too much production wise away, but you know, I think everybody knows we have to have 2 copies of our outfits. So when you're eliminated, you go into a room and they bring you your outfit. And so I was sitting there waiting for my interviews, and they brought in like the outfit, so I could tell who was coming. And I saw Erin's yellow outfit come out, and I was like, no, because I was like really rooting for her after that. I was like, I want her to like win at least, you know, the episode money because she beat me.
Absolutely.
I was so mad.
What do you want people to know about you beyond Kristy and banned books on the floor? What do you want people to know about the life of Kristy?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm just really passionate about my work as a librarian. I really am. But I have a lot of other like aspects of my personality besides being a librarian. I think people think librarians are like mousy and quiet and all we do is read. But I have a lot, you know, I love sports. I love hanging out with my friends. I love to read. I do read a lot. But yeah, I'm a multifaceted person. I am passionate about libraries though. And I think everybody should read and join a book club and go to your local library. And if you don't read, that's fine. There's lots of other things at the library besides books.
Well, the 3 of us can certainly attest that there's more to Kristy than just libraries. She's in the Floor Fantasy Football League, and she, just like she did on the floor, like she came prepared to the draft. First of all, like it was very apparent. I've been playing fantasy for like ever, and you can very quickly, and I play poker too, so it's like you read the room very quickly too when you play poker, and so I could very quickly tell, okay, the picks she's making, the speed she's making them, she's on it. She's on it. Like, you weren't on camera with us, but like it was very clear in terms of just the way you were going about it. And then the proof's in the pudding. We haven't talked a whole lot of fantasy football league yet on the show, but like Kristy's kicking butt and taking names so far. What's your team name?
It's Jaunty to Holiday, because I have Ashton Jaunty, and I just like that TikTok sound.
I think you're in for a good way this week. He's one of my start recommendations for Essentially Sports. He's
awesome.
He's got a good matchup. So I think he's gonna go off for you.
Yay! I hope so.
Anything else for Miss Kristy before we let her go, guys?
No, nothing else. Other than it's great to talk to you guys and see your faces.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for hopping on.
We need to do a reunion sometime.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yes, we are.
And
listen,
thanks so much, guys.
Thank you for your patience in terms of getting this done too. And it's awesome just to catch back up with you.
Absolutely. Talk to you guys later.
So now Erin is in the driver's seat, and Erin has a decision to make. Erin has said she's here to be aggressive. I mean, is she going to live up to that talk?
You've won 2 duels in a row. One more, and you get the time boost or the category steal. Let's look at your categories. You have so many options, including theme parks, sportscasters, and
Oh, so this is after she wins fan books.
Yeah.
Yeah, she beat fan
ready to
books.
She was never
and
playing.
the big boy, Brat Pack. Look at that amount of floor.
That's a lot of floor.
I mean,
And B,
listen,
like,
how many Brat Pack members are there? Really?
only one in my eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
And because I don't want to take away from our adoration of you, I'm gonna leave Ty alone.
I did not see that coming. You gotta, wait, you gotta walk me through this.
I'm a little young for Brat Pack.
Oh.
I know. My gut
She
says
giveth and she taketh away.
theme parks.
All right.
And there it is. There comes theme parks.
Roller coaster.
Cotton candy.
Map.
We talk about Erin being fast on Simpsons.
Oh,
Ashley
yeah.
was
Bumper
so
cars.
quick on her answers too.
Yeah.
in this.
Churro.
Ferris wheel.
And by the way, I hated watching the edit and her just saying I was like the silentist. Like that was the plan. I hated that I fell right into it because I absolutely fell right into it. She
Yep.
was the person that I was going at. Like if I got randomized, I was going to theme parks and I probably would have lost. I
Yeah.
mean, just watching this. I mean,
She's
I
quick.
got
Confident
all
and quick.
these, but I don't know if I would have got them as like maybe we run out of pictures, but like I wasn't going faster than her. That's for darn sure.
No.
Caricature.
Teacups. Spinning teacups.
Parade.
Do I remember this conversation, Zach? You and I have like you were thinking the same thing, like she was vulnerable.
Here?
Yeah, just in general, like if you had a choice of
Yes.
where you were going, like you thought you could do theme parks.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure. My
Yeah.
plan was movie musicals and then Emmy winning TV shows up to theme parks.
God, she had us all played. Well done. Well done.
Yep.
Corn dog.
Face paint.
Water fountain.
Darts. Balloon pop.
Funnel cake.
Monorail.
Toss. Ring toss.
Sprinkler, Mr. Tent.
Fireworks.
She's so quick.
Shoot
She
the
has
clown
to
in the
with her.
face, target practice. Water game.
On the face.
Pass. Squirt gun.
Like
I don't know that I would have gotten that one either.
yeah, I would have just because I've done it so much and do it like every time we go to Dave and Buster's and but I mean, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And I mean, if you
That's
look
hard.
at it, okay, if you look at this, Kristy misses height restriction. It's like 24 to 15 at that point, Aaron. It's like 21 to 10, 20 to 8, 18 to 7, like and
Yep.
so it was over.
Yeah.
As I'm watching,
It sure
it.
was.
I'm thinking, you know, Aaron's about to run the table and do the category steal, and what's she gonna steal? I'm already ahead. I'm already thinking this at
You're
this
thinking-
point,
yeah,
and then it
that
just
far
all
ahead.
turns on its tail here.
The clown in
Wave
the face
pool.
came in.
Yep.
Snow cone.
Drink. Big drink. Pop. Slushy. Souvenir cup.
Saved.
Yep.
Save. And
I
the crowd
remember
goes
screaming
crazy.
then.
The floor goes crazy. So at this
Insane.
point,
And this is my favorite part
it's a
coming up.
matter. What'd you say?
I love it.
This is my favorite part coming up.
Yeah, it's like is she gonna get something crazy? Is she gonna get something she knows? Like it's all or nothing right here.
Yep.
Nachos.
Well, I think she felt like she had to yell because we were all screaming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. It got loud, and they weren't giving it to her. Like, not
Nope,
like I mean,
nope.
what? She had 5 seconds, and she said it as
Yep.
soon as it popped up, and we're already at 3.
And by the way, good on her for keep saying it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like there was no way this was not going to be nachos. So just keep saying it
Yeah.
until you hear the ding.
Yep.
I mean,
I'd forgotten all about nachos until
Yep.
until we were watching that. I was like, oh, she did have to
Yep.
scream nachos.
so many twists and turns, and
Yep.
just really honestly, it was just like, um, I just can't say it enough in terms of Ashley and just how impressed she like and the first time in the game where I was just like, boy, I misread that. Like if I misread
Mhm.
that, like what's left for me? Like if I pride myself on being able to read people and not get fooled by people, and like she just absolutely
Came out of nowhere.
came out of
Yep.
nowhere.
No,
I mean, were you guys thinking that at all at that point? Like like if this happened, like if this like monster like came out of nowhere roaring, like what else is going to happen in this game?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, like,
And with Ashley, I had.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say with Ashley, I had talked to her a few times, and she was just so quiet, and I just
Mhm.
didn't. I didn't expect it. I did not expect her to win the first duel. I didn't expect what happened after.
And then to see, and I guess I was not paying enough attention. I thought I was, but I wasn't. Like I mean, I saw everybody that was studying together. Um, and then just to see the edit and to hear Aaron talk about her, and I just didn't see it.
No.
I mean,
Mhm.
I saw people studying together. I just didn't,
She was at my table, like whenever in our green room, break room, wherever. She was at our table, and even sitting at our table, not, I mean, looking at some stuff loosely, but not like I wasn't sitting at our lunch table looking at Ashley and thinking, "Holy crap!" Like she's studying, like she knows her, like not that she doesn't know her stuff, but like she's not. It doesn't look like she's doing the same amount of studying as other people that I had seen.
Yeah.
So now we're at the point. Ashley has been underestimated. Ashley uh has now beaten Aaron, taken down the seeming whale, and
Mhm.
she has a chance to go for the money.
She's
And
gonna hear
Mhm.
into car racing.
she inherits car racing. Once again is like wants nothing to do with it, but also wants to win the money. So
Yeah.
Yep.
she goes for the one that Aaron avoided, and she goes towards the early whale. She goes towards Ty, who we now bring on to more from the floor to talk about his time and this duel. Next up, we bring Mr. Ty,
Ty!
Mr. Brat Pack, Mr. Lime Green shirt. Now,
It
first of
looks
all,
yellow on TV.
yes.
It does. It does look yellow.
Now, have you have you framed the shirt? Is that in some sort of Idaho like television Hall of Fame at this point?
I don't know that Idaho has a television Hall of Fame, but if they do, it's good. I'm sending it to them. I mean, it's like sending it to Cooperstown, right?
Absolutely.
Or Canton, Ohio. I will send them. I do have 3 of them. Funny story. My wife thought
Extra prepared.
you need 2. I'm going to give you 3. I'm like, okay. So
I
I
don't
have
think
3.
that's how that works, honey.
Whatever.
Such a
Okay.
wife move.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you gotta love her. So I do have 3 of them. 2 of them with the name tag still in it that I don't think will ever come out. So yeah, it did spark conversations. Let me just put it that way.
Just to explain what Ty said there, the name tags in them, like like they put little tiny tags inside all of our shirts with our names on them.
And
just
shoes.
like your mom would do to you going away to like your first your first overnight
Kindergarten.
camp or something, you know?
Summer camp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
summer camp. It was really cool. And then, but I mean that because there's only a few people, including Ty, that won some money. Like the mementos meant all that much more to us, right? Those little teeny mementos, and
Yeah.
and those little teeny memories. And yeah, I think we're all in that same boat with those damn name tags.
They're not stickers. They're sewn into our clothes and shoes. Like those are not stickers. I don't know where they.
No.
I don't know
They
what
don't
Irish
wear off after you wash them a few times either. They're still
adhesive
there
came
with the
from.
name on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
It's like the Seinfeld stamps, right? Like the on or the Seinfeld envelopes. It's like they're like the glue on the glue on the stickers is like 75 years old. But hey, it's not coming off.
It was quite an experience.
What was-
that was probably that's minor compared to everything else I got out of the whole trip.
Well,
Yeah.
let's back it up. What made you want to get on the show?
This is a funny story. So my wife and I are watching season 2, and I'm answering all of the questions, and she looks at me and she says, "Ty, you should go on this show. You have a lot of useless stuff in your head." And I'm like, "Well, thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Thanks.
That was very nice of you to say." So I kind of took it as a challenge. I was like, "Okay, you know what? Whatever. I Googled it and found that they were taking applications for season 4 and season 5. And so I thought, dude, I'm simpleton from Idaho. Really? They're not gonna pick me. So submitted my application. Got an email that said, "Hey, we want you on the floor. We're gonna call you." I didn't respond to it. I didn't even really look at it because I thought it was spam. I got a phone call from a number I didn't know, so I didn't answer it. And then I got another email that said, "Hey, when you see a phone number with this area code, would you please answer it, because we are the producers from the floor and we like to talk to you." And I'm like, oh, okay, this should be interesting.
Tracking him down.
Yeah.
And then so the phone rang and I answered it, and they were like, "Hey, we're from the floor. We really want you to come on, and we need to do a couple interviews." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Still simpleton from Idaho, probably not going to make it onto a national TV show. So I did like 4 interviews, and then my company does background screens. That's what we do. And this background screen that we did was absolutely insane.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was.
They wanted to know where I had lived since I was 18 years old. I am in my 50s. I barely remember what happened last week.
They wanted to know college roommates and their phone numbers,
Yeah.
and like I'm like I like a
Ex-girlfriends.
lot of my
I
college
know.
friends,
Had
but
to put my ex-boyfriend from high school's contact information. That would have been fun.
It was absolutely insane. I was So
that's fascinating. You do this for a living.
I do, yes. Yeah, we do background
Okay.
screening. So I'm a national account manager for a background screening company. So some of the big corporations in the United States, we do their background screening. I can tell you where to go get drug screened. We do all of that.
Yeah.
So to see that, I was like, okay, first of all, I don't recognize the company. I really think that they were doing it on their own. I don't think that they used a specific company. I think it was homegrown. And it was so insane.
It was alien for sure.
Oh
I mean,
my
it was
God.
alien to
It's like
anything I've ever
40-something
seen.
pages.
It was,
Yeah, it was
so long.
ridiculous.
It was intense. It was intense.
So between the between the background checks, Ty, and then also just the fact that listen, they're telling us, and from all accounts, I don't think they're lying when they tell us that there was like hundreds of thousands of applicants. Like, do you between this background check and just the fact that they're tracking you down? I'll start with you, Ty. Did you feel like a psychological experiment at this point? Like
A little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, I did. But, I'm still thinking, Tim. I'm still thinking, I'm a simpleton from the great state of Idaho, right? You're not going to, I mean, really, Ty Gabby, good TV, never really, those words don't ever think about, should
How
be
did
put
you
together.
how did you pick me out of this, right? It's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But from what I heard, and I don't know how true it is, it's could be hearsay. I don't know. People from Idaho and Montana are less. There's less represented in game shows than in
Sure.
any other state.
Yeah.
Which I guess, kind of makes
per
sense.
capita, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Per cat, just yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. The other person, David from Idaho, who was also from the Boise, Idaho area, was kind of a transplant. He was
New
actually
dude
from-
sailor?
Yeah, new dude,
New dude party.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you may be underrepresented, but Idaho certainly made a splash on national television.
You did, both of you.
100%.
It
20K
was-
new dude party.
It was
Killing
quite
it.
an experience. It was quite an experience.
All right, so we've talked about we've talked to others about like the experience in Ireland. We can certainly talk about that, but like you had so much going on in your episodes, and you were so integral to the early play. Zach, did you want to ask something before I get into that?
Well, yeah, that goes along with that. Like, I remember being terrified of you because of your category. I was like, there's nobody, unless they are an absolute expert at Brat Pack, they're not going to pick Brat Pack. So I just assumed that you were okay, well, Tim would have. I assumed you were a super fan for whatever reason. And so how did you end up with Brat Pack?
It's kind of a funny story, Zach. So my first, I'm a huge sports fan, huge Yankees fan, huge Cowboys fan. That has been my whole life.
Sorry.
I have played. I know. I apologize. For you people that have no taste and you're not Yankees or Cowboys fans, I get it, and it's okay. There's support groups for you. But I mean, I have played all my life. I have coached. My initial choice was the New York Yankees. Very broad.
Yep.
But I mean, if you think about it, it would have been, for me, it would have been perfect. So my second choice was I grew up a long time ago, and my parents were huge Neil Diamond fans, right? So I was thinking, I thought, you know what, Neil Diamond songs, because
Sure.
Oh yeah.
the demographic of people that are on the floor are much younger, and a lot of them probably don't even know who Neil Diamond is. So
Or it's coming back around, so it could have been really timely too. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And so then we were talking, my wife and I were talking, and I'm like, Rob Lowe is Brat Pack. I wonder if this would make me stand out. So I thought, you know what? I'll just throw it out there. There's not a lot of, I mean, if you look at just the Brat Pack, it's Rob Lowe, it's Emilio Estevez, it's Ali Sheedy, it's Judd Nelson, it's Molly Ringwald, it's Demi Moore.
It's Andrew McCarthy too, Ty.
Yeah, he's kind of adjacent, but yes.
I sorry,
Yeah,
you just because
I know.
I wasn't even gonna go there, but you just started naming them all, and I'm like, I just had.
Yeah. And honestly, I completely drew a blank when his picture came up. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I was so tired though.
Oh yeah. Your thought process was spot on, because I mean that was my idea too in terms of categories. I was trying to come up with categories that would either resonate with Rob Lowe, because he's not just the host, he's an executive producer. So it either resonate with Rob. So I actually had NBA categories too, because I know he's a huge NBA guy. So but then I went with sportscasters because Fox has, football and all the sports. So I was like, but then I also, Brat Pack was one of my categories too, because I was like, I know Brat Pack, and because it was like, I mean, you're thinking, I guess that's just what impressed me about you in general the whole time, Ty, is your thinking was just spot on. Your strategy was spot on. Like you bluffed us all to hell in terms of just or in terms of Brat Pack, in terms of just what you were gonna do in the game, in terms of just the whole way you were going. Like your demeanor on the game, your demeanor behind the scenes, you knew who to fake out, you knew who to be nice, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. Like you just kind of like you just had it all put together. It was like, it was very impressive.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. If we go to the end of episode 2, right? I win the $20,000. It's 11 o'clock at night.
Yep.
We had been we started at 6 in the morning. My legs were killing me.
Oh my gosh.
You guys went back to the hotel. I stayed for another hour and a half, signing papers and then doing interviews. I didn't get back until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And what I was shocked, everybody was still down at the restaurant. I went down there and I was asking people, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What would you do if you were in my position? And everybody had an opinion. I mean, everybody. People that weren't even on the show. They were like, here's what I think you should do.
All right. So how many of those opinions do you think were actually to help you, and how many of them were to protect the person giving the opinion?
Giving the opinion, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 50-50, right?
Yeah.
I think that now with that being said, so on our flight over, I met some people and we kind of bonded because you know what, we're all going through the same stuff at the same time. I hung out with them the first day we were in Ireland, and so I figured I could trust them. And plus, they were nowhere near me on the floor, so they're like, you know what, dude, here's what I think you should do. And so, I mean, do I? One of the things that I will never do is I will never second guess a decision. Because once you do that for your whole life, and it just wastes energy. So I told myself that next morning, before episode 3, that Ty, whatever you do, you don't second guess. You go through. It's a plan. You go through. You take it. I was like, okay, all right. So I had to keep telling myself that. I even had a producer come over to me, and she said, "Hey, come here." I'm like, okay. Am I getting ready? And she said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, I don't know.
Stop asking me.
I don't know. But it's not from lack of everybody giving me their opinion. But I said, I think I'm gonna go back to the floor. And it was either that option, or I go after Sybil, who has great outdoors. I have on the left of me, on the other side of me, I have Tim with Sportscasters. I felt very comfortable with that. I did.
So you weren't bluffing me. You were like, that was my big question to you. You weren't bluffing me, like on the floor and in our conversations in the hotel. Like there was real thought of you actually playing me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
I was begging you to, and not because honestly, not because not because I just wanted to play my category against somebody that I knew was going to be a top challenge. Like I wanted to win it against somebody that I was like, let's
A
go.
good duel.
Yeah.
A good duel. Yeah.
So I was, and plus at that point, I really like very, 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 very much wanted to play. Like,
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And trust me, it did cross my mind. However, you were on the other side of me.
Yep.
I had Luke had 4 spots behind me.
Yep.
And Sybil had 2 spots to the side of me. Sybil's category was inherited. So that would have been logical. It really would have.
Yep.
And then I would have gone. I could have either gone. That's not true. I could have gone playing cards too, which is, I mean, that's just a speed thing, right? I mean, that is just ace of diamonds, that type of stuff. I mean, how quickly can you say it? Sportscasters, I wanted to go that way. I did, but it wouldn't have. It
wouldn't have been a good strategy move, though. I mean, everything you just laid out makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So
that didn't stop me from trying to talk you into it, but.
Yeah, I do remember that conversation. Oh, Ty, I think you should come after me. Okay. Well, that's a great idea. See, I mean, this is. I had so many people in my ear telling me exactly what I should do. My thought was, you know what? The randomizer was heavily concentrated in my area. I have 8 pieces of the floor. Somebody's going to have to go on one heck of a run in order to take the 20,000 away from me. That was my that was my thought. So
absolutely,
I felt confident.
And I mean, what people forget, because everybody's got an opinion online. Like what people forget, and by the way, just a shout out. All right, like we're talking some strategy here, but like you really want to get into the strategy, listen to floor play. Listen to Luke and Sergio and Jonathan. Like that is all about like I thought I had this whole thing mapped out. I'm just like I'm trying to always be 6 steps ahead and listen to those guys. First of all, it just brought back a whole lot of like memories in terms of just decisions that were made in that moment, but also just like I'm just so impressed about the stats and the just the whole breakdown. But so listen to them for sure. But
they dissect it really well. That's all.
Oh yeah. Ty, in terms of just like finish your thought first of all. I think I interrupted you.
You're good. I'm old, I forget.
Yeah, me too. Was there any thought in your head in terms of real estate when you got randomized and Molly took the $20,000 away from Tim and so was there any thought in your head? We're just kidding. We kid because we care. Was there any thought in your head like to not like the whole time you were just like I'm going for the money, or was there any thought in my head like I don't know real estate, like I need to go somewhere else?
Play it safe.
I didn't have a choice. You either go big or you go home.
Thank you.
I could have gone against, and I honestly I forget who the gentleman is that had playing cards, but it was one piece. And
Josh.
Yeah.
As we're just talking, I'm looking at our map.
But Tim had 7 pieces. There was really no choice. Tim, you and I were on the floor when they were doing that randomizer. Both of us thought it was us.
Yes.
We were both pointing down we both thought it was going to be either you or myself. And there was really no decision. It was you have a chance, Ty. You have a chance to close the show, to win $20,000. There is no, you know what, I'm just going to go for one piece. No, I had to go I had to go big or go home. So
I mean,
and
we don't
here's
want
the
to get
story.
into the whole argument about is it random or not, but yeah, Ty and I had that discussion right before, and it was like, all right, listen, in terms, if I'm the producer, like you or I are getting picked, right?
That's what
Yeah.
Yeah, it made sense. I mean, it was good TV, right? Here's
Yeah.
kind of the backstory to that, though, guys. I used to sell insurance, so real estate is not completely out of my wheelhouse
Yeah.
because I mean, and plus we have bought and sold houses, and we bought the house that we're in now. We bought in 2020, and we had to fire 2 contractors, and so my wife and I are doing a lot of the stuff on our own now. So there's real estate wasn't. I didn't feel completely uncomfortable with it.
That makes sense. That was going to be my question, was
Yeah.
how confident were you in real estate, especially going against somebody who inherited the category?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And if you saw my email and my text messages, I will never forget Property Brothers again. I promise.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
A lot of us girls on the floor were like, "Are you? It's
You know,
HGTV,
Molly, I was trying to think of their
Girls,
individual
me, like me, yeah.
I was trying to think
I
of
didn't
their
want to say. I
individual
wasn't.
names. Yeah,
Or their last names, yeah.
I completely.
Do you
drew a
think they
blank
would have
and-
taken Scott Brothers?
I don't know. I
The
don't know.
judging's all over the place. That's hard. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
I mean, they took Oprah Winfrey instead of Winfrey.
Winfrey.
So Winfrey.
Yeah.
Winfrey.
I don't know. I at that point though, because Tim he had some trouble with Lockbox.
Yep.
And that was right out of the chute.
Yep.
And so I knew I had some time. So I couldn't think of it right off the top of my head. So I passed quickly and I was able to, I mean, I still had a bunch of time when his time ran out. So
yeah,
I did okay.
I didn't realize that you were there for like another hour and a half after we left.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I do
that's
remember.
nuts.
I didn't either.
Like one of the things I remember most from the show was just like right before we all left, like you had a real emotional moment where it just all seemed to hit you. And I just kind of because of the gravity of your situation with your wife and the job and having been in those moments over 30 years of marriage, I saw it in your face, and I saw you were like, I just went to you to give you a hug because I was just like, yeah, I just felt, I was just like, this is so cool, but at the same time, like, all these emotions have got to be cascading down on him all in this moment.
Yeah.
It was, so my wife Carrie lost her job middle of April. So it was still a very fresh wound.
Yeah.
I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yep.
And
very raw.
When Rob said, "What are you going to do for $20,000?" My first thought was, "Oh my gosh, thank you, because now this is going to take some pressure off." And you know, it did.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, it was incredible, and I know I had tears in my eyes. I do, because my brother has told me a number of times, because he keeps watching it and going, "You cried on TV, you big dork."
We all did, man.
Try not
that happen.
All of it, not a dry eye.
Try not to. Tell your brother. Try. You be
Try
in
not
the same damn situation I was in with all that stress. 11 o'clock at night. After like you said, being up. I mean, we were I think we had to report for breakfast at 6 a.m. But like we're up at like 5:30, 5:15 before that, and not having slept the night before much. So
anxious,
Yeah.
nervous about the. I mean, that was day
Nervousness.
one of filming. Like,
Yes.
that was the first day we'd been on set, mic'd up.
Yeah.
It's fine. It in that moment, whenever Ty has that emotional moment, like, and we're all basically there's not a dry in the house. I was like, okay, I don't feel bad about taking the money away from Tim.
Yeah.
And it's all Tim and I are on. We were great terms. Such a great guy. Like
Same.
I can say that. I can say that knowing that he's not going to take that the wrong way. But
And
I was like, okay, I don't feel bad anymore.
And by the way, like after I didn't even I knew of the channel. I knew of his social media status. I didn't realize he had 1 million followers. So like the dude is not hurting for money. So like
He's on
please,
Cameo, okay?
yeah. I mean, like Ty's gonna be on Cameo. We could all be on Cameo, But
But like
but he
technically, we all have
specifically,
a
he's got
door
1
to
million
Cameo
followers.
now.
By the way,
I didn't realize until probably within the last couple weeks how many people were influencers on there and how many people have all these hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah.
That wasn't my reason to go. My reason to go, I don't have, and I believe that the kids call it Insta. I don't have that.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I'm on Facebook and I don't like that most times. I did it just for the experience. I did it for a chance to win. I didn't do it for any other reason. I don't know. And some of the I don't know what level celebrities they had, what they would call them, but I was just, Bo Bice, love the dude.
Yep.
Great guy.
Yeah.
So much love.
Oh my gosh, just one of the best people in the world. It was cool to see him. Chef Dorian. Oh, she is fantastic.
She was sweet.
I've never go near Lisa Clark. I don't even know what that person is still.
Nope.
Still no idea. But Chef Dorian was just a sweetheart, right? They've had their 15 minutes of fame. For me, not that I was trying to get 15 minutes of fame, but that's how it kind of ended up, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you owned the moment, my friend, and
Yeah.
I think I don't begrudge anybody in terms of what they came. It was weird, It was I guess I was kind of a simpleton about that, just thinking we were all coming for like the same reason to win the money. But everybody had what they wanted to get out of it, and only one person could win. So, these guys were playing checkers. We're playing chess in terms of just what they wanted to get out of it, and I don't begrudge them for it. But it was weird. It was weird.
I'm playing Uno in the corner, so it's fine.
Go fish. Yeah.
Yes.
Tic-tac-toe on my squares back there, like.
That's funny.
So,
oh my God.
So strategy wise, Ty, I did want to ask you. So two questions. Number one, were you surprised that Ashley went for you? And number two, if you had won, what would you have done?
To answer your first question, no, I was not surprised. Let's go back for a minute. This lady was calm, cool, collected, and she had momentum.
Thoroughly undervalued, and she knew it too. That was her goal.
She was fantastic and taking absolutely no prisoners. No, I didn't. I wasn't surprised. I figured it. Had I beaten her, I would have gone back to the floor because I would have secured another 20,000.
Yeah,
I would have. It probably would have been a while before somebody, because, well, I don't know, because I don't remember what her category was, and I don't know
Car
what I
racing
would
at that point.
car racing at that point. Yeah,
she inherited car racing.
That's what she was trying to get rid of.
And does not want it at this point, and we don't know what she's going to swap it with yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So I you know what? I'm not going to say I never watched car racing. I sort of familiar. I mean, it is a sport. Oh, sorry.
Tim did that.
Uh,
I was like, what's happening?
but I think that I would. I don't know. I don't know because it didn't happen, and I really hadn't even thought about it, to be honest. I mean, if I would have won, I would have won another 20,000. You probably would have seen me cry again.
Then you would have seen all of us cry again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I would have gone after Tim then. I don't know.
What I was trying to say, and like you said, we're old people, so we forget our thoughts very quickly. But like what I was trying to get out before was like all the internet trolls. It's like, oh, they're going back, and it's like, all right, the most basic, brilliant strategy for the floor is to win one, to be done with being randomized, to win one and go back to the floor. That is, I understand that the producers are trying to get us to play with all of these new innovations, but in terms of if you get called earlier in the game and you want to play longer in the game, then you play one and you go back to the floor because you can't be randomized again.
Strategy number one of mine from the moment I was gonna apply for this show. I was like, get a category that's intimidating. Hope I get randomized early, win, and long game. Which not everybody came wanting to do long game.
Yep.
They want, they wanted the money because it is such a small chance you're gonna make it to the end. But I was like, I want to be there as long as I can, whether that's I play early and just sit or whatever. So, but also where I was at because I went back, like I was nowhere near the money. I wasn't gonna play through. I would have had to have pretty much played the last duel that Tim would have gotten the money, and then I would have had to have started episode 3 and pretty much played from where I was the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's way too risky for me. So
And that you lead right into my point there because like circumstances, like we can say that like circumstances dictate where you go from there, right? Like the idea is you want to go back to the floor, but like if you're near the end of the episode, if you're in the middle of the action, if you're the whale, like there's so many different circumstances that kind of trump that base strategy, right?
Absolutely. It was funny. We had probably 30 people here Wednesday night. And my wife before it started, she said, "Okay, guys, what should Ty do?" And we went through all the categories that were around me, and everybody in my house said he needs to go back to the floor.
Yep.
And that's exactly what I did. And I mean, like I said, I don't ever second guess myself. Because it's a waste of energy, a waste of time. So it was nice to hear that I wasn't the only one that was thinking that same thing.
Who did you leave Ireland wanting to win? When you left Ireland, other than you, when you got the boot, and you were headed to the airport, in your mind, like if you had one person that you were hoping would win from there, Molly's.
That's a loaded question, dude. Molly, or Zach, or Tim. I mean, those.
But not Zach. That's
No, that's a loaded question. And I get it. It's good journalism. I get it. I understand. But that's loaded, right?
It is. Yes.
I mean.
But it's okay to say Zach. It's okay to say you didn't want Zach to win. Okay, because let me just tell you, you missed out on our fantasy football. We really wanted you in fantasy football, and circumstances didn't allow it next year. We'll get you in next year. But but let me just tell you, Zach has been so ungodly in his hatred for me in fantasy football. It is like every week he is openly in the group chat rooting for me to lose.
I always will be now. It's because he was the first person to beat me this year. So Sorry, Tim. I just want you to lose every single game.
You know what? Everybody,
So
everybody
that's
hates
how
a
Tim
winner.
feels about me.
Everybody hates a winner. I mean, that's what it
Yep.
is, right? Everybody hates a winner.
No, but I don't feel that
That's
way.
not true. None
Molly
of us
just said,
hated you.
in theory, Molly just said I should feel that way about. I don't feel that way about Molly. My feeling on Molly is she beat me first week. I'm going to beat her in the finals. That's
There you
all.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily hate a winner. I just hate people that beat me. So
Well,
that's what.
that's a competitive thing that I think that I think if you're competitive at all, right? That is
Yeah.
what you have. That is something that doesn't. Now, Ashley is a fantastic lady, and I appreciate her. If I saw her on the street, I would probably kick her in the shin, right? Because she beat me.
Yep.
I love the girl, I do, but she
It is.
beat me. No, I'm not a
Yeah.
violent person,
Yeah.
guys.
No.
That's one of the things that all family and friends ask. I'm pretty sure all of you guys too all the time is like how was it? How was everybody? Did you make friends? Just all of those kind of questions. And I mean, I can say, from the first, we're 3 episodes in now, and a different person has won the money each night. I was like,
Mhm.
you get 100 people, obviously it gets less and less each week, but you start out with 100 people, and even at the end of episode 3, we're at 70 something people left.
Yep.
That's still a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds, beliefs. I mean, just
Yep.
ages,
Yep.
everything, and I can say for myself, and I feel like most people, like so far, like each winner of each episode, like us as a floor, us as a cat, like fellow cast members, we're just like genuinely happy for those people. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Mhm.
obviously, like, yeah, it would have been great to win myself, but like, Ty's great. I'm so happy for him, Luke, night 1, super pumped for him. So, such a
Yep.
great guy. And, and then Ashley, like, she earned it, she deserved it, she's great too. It's just that genuine happiness that, that we all have for everybody, getting that money at the end of each episode.
I didn't expect I didn't expect that, honestly. I mean, first of all, I did not expect all the friendships and
Yeah.
I did not expect this group chat to be as lively as it is and as like a lifeline to my life as it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would expect just human nature, right? You would expect the money winners to kind of get cast out of the group just because they won, right? If we're thinking like worst angels of our society in terms of the way people react to things, and that has, I mean, maybe I'm just a cynic. Maybe that was just because I just see too many people suck in the course of my life, but I just I guess I would have expected that, and that just like Molly said, that hasn't been the case at all.
Yeah.
No. We all. I mean, we all put our pants on one leg at a time, right? We all have struggles. We all have highs. We all have lows. We're all there. Trauma bonding is absolutely real. I'm guessing, and this is strictly a guess, and I probably have blinders on, but I'm guessing everybody that was there was as nervous as I was. The people that I met there and continue to have conversations with, some of the best people in the world. I don't think there's been a day that hasn't gone by that I haven't heard from somebody that was on the floor with me, whether it's a text message, whether it's a phone call, whatever. And to me, that's something that it's amazing, because this was completely out of my character. And I mean, I live in the great state of Idaho. I love the great state of Idaho. I'm fine in the great state of Idaho. I don't need to go to Ireland. I didn't even know I wanted to go to Ireland. I'm glad I did, because now there's so many more. I mean, it's just awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from you guys before we let Mr. Ty go?
Just Ty, you're awesome. We all
Yeah.
so greatly enjoyed you, and that's the other thing about everybody starting to become friends on the floor. I know people, had friends coming into it. I was quiet at first, so it took me a while to, kind of start really making those friendships with a lot of people. That's the hard part of the game. Heather and I started becoming friends, and we dueled, and I had to send her home. That's you hate. You're there for a game, but you just hate to see people go. And Ty, I feel like Ty was one of those people for me, and for a lot of other people. So
Yep.
Yeah.
1000%.
Absolutely.
I really do appreciate that, Molly. It has been, and we didn't really know each other well, or at all. But afterwards, I do see, I see how great you are, and all three of you guys. I see how great you guys are. It has been an absolutely life-changing experience for me, and not just because I won $20,000. I mean, that helps, right? But
Sure.
just getting
just a
myself
little bit.
out of that, just getting myself out of that comfort zone. This is,
Yep.
like I said, this is something I wouldn't do, and I did it. And I can honestly say that none of my friends, none of my family have ever done anything like that. I can, my kids are now like, or my son is like, wow, you really, I mean, you did something that is kind of out of your norm. And I was like, yeah, you can do it. I mean, it's you have your whole life ahead of you. Take chances, go do stuff, right? And it has been an awesome experience, and I'm hoping that they have like a tournament of champions where if you won money you can go back. That would be kind of cool. I don't know.
The rest of us are hoping for redemption or
Yeah, some kind of bringing people back. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
almost think we should do 99 to beat. Get a group
right?
of us from the season four,
all of us, yeah.
Yeah,
and
just bring us all back.
Maybe play against season 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. I would.
That will-
I don't know if I could do some of the stuff they're doing on that show. I'd be like,
oh yeah.
No,
I couldn't do some of this. I couldn't do some of the stuff the people on the show are doing to each other. That's for sure.
That's true. No, I think for season 10 of The Floor, because it's gonna just keep growing and growing, getting better.
Yeah.
You bring 10 people back from seasons 1 through 9, and then you have 10 new people for the 10th season. And I feel like that would be such an interesting dynamic, because anybody from season 4 is gonna go in we're all friends for the most. There's a couple of people that really aren't in the group chats, but it doesn't mean we're not friends. But you've got those, how would that play into the social game and strategy on the floor and all that stuff? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I can tell you, if I do go back, I'm going with some sports category. I'm not doing any movies. I'm not doing music. I'm going in sports because that's what I know the best.
There you go.
I want dinosaurs, straight dinosaurs. Don't make it no paleontology. Give me all just straight dinosaurs. That's
So
what
in my
I wanted.
interview, I had to name a dinosaur, and I was like, dude, I don't know. That is something I don't know.
Triceratops.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Is it on Jurassic Park? I don't know. I have no idea. No, it's guys. This is cool. I really do appreciate this. Thank you for having me on here. It has been. This is the second podcast I'd ever done. And I just appreciate it. And if you guys ever need me again, let me know.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Really appreciate your flexibility. We were initially going to have Ty on last week, and because of the rules, Fox reached out to us and said, please don't have them on until they're done. And the folks were like, we really like what y'all are doing. We like what the Floor Play is doing. We like what Lowdown did last season and this season. But just please don't have them on until after they're done. Like, all right, we can do that.
Makes sense.
I wish they told us that earlier, so I didn't waste your time there. But we really appreciate you being flexible. Last week, this week, today, all of it.
Well, today I really don't have anything to do. I was telling Molly earlier, all I have to do is
the Yankees are done, so you don't have them to watch.
I mean, the Yankees are done. Golf is over, and the floor for me is pretty much done. I guess it's time to hibernate.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, absolutely. Just
That
cuddle up,
works.
cuddle up in like $20,000 worth of ones, and hibernate hibernate for the winter.
Make you a blanket and just
Yeah.
Ty will remember indecent proposal. Just spread that $20,000 out on the bed and do a whole Woody Harrelson or
Oh my word.
and Demi Moore and just hibernate.
I was
Right there
gonna
you go.
say watch Breakfast Club, Animals Fire, just put a whole
Yeah.
movie
Study
marathon
up on
on.
John Hughes, Ty. Study up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You took hard heat from Rob's face from all the contestants.
You know what? At that point, I knew it was over. It was
Yeah.
just like, you know what, pass.
Yeah.
I can't beat her. I'm gonna bow out graciously and give her a hug and tell her she did a good job. And if I see her in the street, there'd be a different. No, I'm just kidding. But she did fantastic. That woman is. She was a force and she had momentum. And
Yep.
This was the episode where it really you obviously beforehand and then coming into this episode, Aaron and just her modus operandi, and then wow, Ashley, this was the episode where it really got like
Everything
real.
changed.
Yeah.
Starts to get spicy.
She did, and here's kind of a funny story. So we're sitting there watching, and my brother says, "Oh my gosh, you're going to lose to a librarian because Kristy was
it was all laid out, yeah,
banned books,
yeah, and she would have come right at me, and so my brother was like, dude, you're going to lose to a librarian. That you have to give away. I don't know. You can't even be part of Idaho anymore or something. I don't know. But he would have been upset had I lose to a librarian. I don't know. Yeah, but it was fun. It was a great experience, guys. And nothing against librarians or Kristy. I think she's fantastic. I just want to put that out there. Don't send me hate mail. She is awesome. But yeah, it was awesome. I truly appreciated it, and I'm thinking Vegas for the finale. That's what I'm thinking. I'm putting it out there now. Vegas for the finale. I already talked to Liliana. She's got a site there, a space that we can use for the finale. I think it'd be great.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. We're going to have some. Let me hit the end of the record and we can talk a little bit after we end this. But yeah. All right.
Sure.
Ty, thank you for joining us. You were fantastic. We went longer than we'd hoped, but that was a great conversation. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So again, huge thank you to Ty for taking the time from the great state of Idaho for more than just potatoes, people. There you go. Wow, that was jinx. Yeah.
And we said goodbye to Idaho on the map.
Yep.
We do. Goodbye to Idaho. Idaho's out. Listen, I will say I did feel good in this moment. Not that Ty's leaving, but that I read Ty right. I didn't think Ty knew Brat Pack. I really didn't. And
I hadn't talked to him much, so I didn't know. But at that point in the game, I didn't realize how many people had been given their categories.
We're bluffing.
Yeah, or bluffing. So and that's not to say that Ty didn't know Brat Pack, but it was just you don't know what to think whenever in terms of who has whose expert category, what they were given or what they have. So that
And the other part of it too was I guess I just didn't see. Again, it's like I thought I was plugged in, but there was a lot more conversations going on around these categories in terms of inherited versus. And again, just because because mine was what I selected, I wasn't even this concept wasn't even on my radar that it was other people's categories until the start of this episode. But I just when he missed Andrew McCarthy, that was it for me. I was
Mhm.
like, nah, man. Like they got off to a great start. They both got off to a great start.
They
But
did.
Andrew McCarthy is so core and did the documentary, and then Pretty in Pink, Ali Sheedy, and then he passed on John Hughes. It was over
When
by
he
then.
didn't get
That was
Ali
hard.
Sheedy, I was like, man, this guy has
Yeah.
no
Mhm.
Brat Pack.
Yeah. It was, but again, valiant effort, goes home with twenty
Hmm.
Oh,
thousand
yeah.
dollars,
Mhm.
Absolutely. Love the man.
and set the tone.
Can't be mad
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, absolutely. And then, but now we got another $20,000 winner. Ashley's got the
Hmm.
money.
Well, yeah, after Ty, she still has to play one more. She plays
One
Kyle.
more duel.
Yeah. After
Oh yeah,
Ty.
excuse me. Yeah. She plays one more duel, and yeah, thank you. She plays one more
She
duel.
goes for Emmy-winning TV
Emmy
shows,
winning TV
Kyle.
shows, and our boy Kyle, and
Mm.
no misses here. No misses here until Kyle passes on Homeland.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Um, that was, that's a Showtime show. It's one of those shows I know just because I love Mandy Patinkin, and so I started watching it pretty early. But I mean, that's a tough one. And then Fleabag's even tougher. I
Mhm.
love
Oh, I knew
Fleabag.
Fleabag. I was
Yeah.
screaming at him in my mind, just say Fleabag.
Now, is that
Fleabag.
did you get turned on to that show? Because that's like a show that is like an Emmy darling, but like the general public doesn't know that well
I've never seen it, but I've just seen enough
of her.
things
And
about it. Yeah.
yeah.
So I knew what it was. And at this point, I love Ashley, but I'm rooting for Kyle
Yeah.
because first of all, Kyle's a buddy of mine, but
Yep.
also I'm terrified of Ashley.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what's she gonna come for?
Right.
If she wins this, is she gonna do the boost? On the surface, you would think, even without us, we obviously didn't see the edit, for
Mhm.
that we see in the show, but like, when we're there on the floor, I think everybody's thinking, she's not feeling she's not feeling stock car racing. So,
Yeah. I didn't think she was going to come for New England, but I definitely also didn't. I don't know. I didn't want to have to play her.
at that point, having like completely whiffed on reading her, I was just like, anything I would think she was going for, I have no idea. So she could be coming
Yeah.
for sportscasters for all. She could be like a sports aficionado, a sports
She is a
aficionado
sportscaster,
for all I
actually.
know at this
So,
point.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am a sportscaster actually, so.
yeah. I mean, seriously. I don't know. I was just so impressed. I was just so
and
Yeah.
on. She put me so on tilt. I was just like, I
and
was
this
so
is the
happy for that
moment.
episode to be gone.
This is the moment in the season when she decides to challenge Kyle, that closes me off from all of my options
Yes.
that are not
Mhm.
playing the wheel.
Yeah.
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 I'm stuck in the
Yeah.
corner no matter what I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's four of you guys
you're
that
stuck in the
just
corner. And had she
no
closed me
choices.
off at this point? Had she
She
closed the
hadn't
three of
closed you
us
off
off at
yet.
that point? No.
No, you're
Oh
still
wait, yes.
attached to yeah, you have the whale and Ashton touching you at this point.
Oh wow.
So we're closed off. It now.
Yep.
I just have Dorian and Ashton as my options, right?
Yep.
No. No,
And the
Dorian's not
whale.
touching you. It's the whale and Ashton.
No, I mean,
So if
in
you had
terms of
taken on
just, I
Ashton,
guess, yeah, not touching Dorian, but just like the
Oh.
three of us are closed off at that point, I think, right?
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
You guys are a
It's
little island, three-piece island there.
so, he passes on Fleabag. Ashley wins the 20. And she's got a big decision to make. I'm really curious to see. We're all curious to see how it's
Yeah.
gonna play out. Like,
We sure were.
What is what's
Rob
your
Rob was
overall?
very happy to see that happen too.
Oh yeah, Rob was like,
Yeah.
excellent,
He was like,
excellent. Rob was like Mr.
finally,
Burns, excellent.
someone's won 3 in a
Ex-
row, and we know that she chooses category steal, but we just don't know what she is
Yeah.
swapping
Yeah.
yet. So
What is your overall takeaway from this episode?
This is
it's
the moment that everything changes.
agreed. Like, first couple of episodes, hey, people are playing 1 or 2 duels. Going back, you've got a couple 2
Mm-hmm.
pieces. One, I think. Yeah, you've got a couple of, Luke and Caitlin have, 2 or 3 or 4 pieces, but now the whale is starting to take shape, as we all like to call it. So
Yep.
this is where it starts turning. The category swap's about to come into play, and that's what really kind of catapults into the next episode. So starting to get spicy.
Very spicy, folks. Hey, listen. Great episode.
Yeah.
Great conversations. Huge thanks to Ty, to Kristy, to Sam. And listen, all of these, I mean, we didn't mention, but like Kyle, Dom, Aaron,
Christina,
Kristy, but like
Brad.
Dash, they were all ready to come on, and we just
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
we couldn't make it happen on Thursday. So
Yeah.
huge thank you to them as well.
Yeah.
Huge thank you to everybody listening so far and watching on YouTube. It's been fun to get some feedback and just to see how people are taking it in. This will be available on Spotify now. We've made. By the way, congratulations, guys. We've made an official episode starting here. Okay, like we just
Yay!
we just did a bunch of interviews before now, and they were great, right?
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
great.
it was fun.
Yeah, but we've
But-
made an episode here. Congratulations. We've found our footing. We found our way. And onward and upward.
We just had to figure it out. We just had to crash and burn a couple.
Yeah.
Not really crash
Yeah.
and burn, but we had to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Absolutely, we
we're
had to.
getting it.
We had a little bit of the style. We had we had an overabundance of substance.
Yes.
We just want to talk to all of our friends.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Isn't that what it comes down to? Like it's just it's
I mean,
hard.
it
It's like
is.
every one of these conversations brings me back to Ireland.
Yeah,
Yep,
it does.
same.
And
Yeah.
our goal, anyone that's been eliminated so far that we haven't gotten to talk to, like, it is like it's our hope and it's our goal to get them on again at some point, maybe not
Without a doubt.
like,
Without a doubt.
We want to talk to everybody, and especially everybody that wants to, come on and chat with us. So that's
Exactly.
Great point.
just because they weren't on this week and they were, lost this week doesn't mean that they're gone forever. They we'll make sure that we have a plan to get everybody on here so we can
Absolutely. I
chit-chat.
appreciate you bringing that up because it's, I mean, like we've said it on the group chat, but I mean, like, and somebody said it in the conversations before. I think it was you, Molly. It's like, or maybe Kristy, or like, this is very disposable in terms of just the greater world of TV viewing, and probably even, quite honestly, I hate to put it this way, but probably even to the producers. They were immediately on to season 5 filming. So for us, this lives forever. And so like we want this to be kind of a oral history of our time on the show. And so yeah, we're definitely, as many people as we can interview, we're going to interview far beyond December.
Yes.
So
All right.
guys, just real quick, I don't would you want, I don't know if I'd want to do this beyond this season, to be honest.
All right.
I like
I
talking
think
about
that
the show, but I and I don't have anything against what Devin's doing with the lowdown. I think anybody who's talking about it is better for just our love of the show and spreading the word about the show. But something to think about. I don't know if I'd want to do it, honestly. This
well, We'll see where we're at, or maybe once season 5 which we don't even know exactly when that's going to premiere. We know it's sometime next year, but
That's
Right.
true.
I don't know.
We know it's going to be a lot
maybe-
more boring than this season.
True.
Mic drop.
But no, yeah,
I gotta get going. We've got dinner.
Oh, we all
ready
gotta get
for
going,
the-
my friend.
Yeah.
That
All right.
was our cue to say goodbye to the audience. Have a great
All
week,
right.
and listen to us on
Yes.
Spotify. Watch us on YouTube.
Yes.
And we will talk to you next time on More from
All
the
right.
Floor.
Boop, boop. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Good job.